Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise, cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders, I collect them all. Gotta make sure your pose is tight though. Make sure your lighting's right, yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art. Book art.
Yeah. Shutter. Yeah. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shops. This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beasts, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it. Boog nice, my nigga. A.C.B.A. been popping lately off top. My nigga, they cut out game be too amazing. MUs, my nigga, that's that shit that don't amaze me. This was for my niggas, that's really about they legends. Shouts out to Savage Poop, my niggas out in Texas. I don't fuck with no scalper, nigga, fuck what you selling. I'm all up in the toy aisle, I'm kicking kids, I'm reckless. My nigga Bill Maruby on that Google chat straight flexing. Look, I pop the package, I smell it. Pop the package, I smell it. Me and my nigga Tiny at the toy fair straight spending. They asked you for that Deadpool and he ain't asked no questions. We too fly, I know this. Let me give your ass a checklist. Got the Giant Man, got that Ares, that Cable bruh, it's nothing. I get the Blue Wire, Silver Luke Cage, that Dragon Man, and I'm stunning. And this song for them fuck niggas that's hating on your collection. Yeah, they talking all that shit, but it's A.C.B.A, we reppin'. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shops. 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 Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
Yo, what's up, girls and boys? It's time to make some noise, cause I'm back and I'm on this track now. Let's talk about some plastic toys. You can bet I pose them all. Legends to Dragon Balls, Batman and Kaijus and Kamen Riders, I collect them all. Gotta make sure your pose is tight though. Make sure your lighting's right, yo. Keep it contained because you train for this your entire life, bro. So please don't adjust your TV. This is your host, Moncheesy. Sit back and relax and learn this fact. Posing ain't easy.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
That's crisp.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is recorded in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers like you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog, nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast, episode, I don't know.
157.
I'm your host. 157. I'm your host, Boog Nice. Got my boys with me, Fabster 360, Pan, Cheesy. Rick Dom will be joining us shortly. How you guys doing this evening?
Feeling
Doing great. As always, Jinx
Ooh.
Poncho.
Yeah,
In
my bad.
unison, I like that. And I was not lying. Rick Dom joined us shortly after I said he'll be joining us shortly. How you doing,
Wow.
Rick?
All right. My sister just had a baby, so I had to FaceTime and like, hey, good job.
Oh,
All
what
right.
an obligation.
Now on to
Did
more
you see
important
the baby?
things.
Yeah,
Did you see the baby?
yeah, through the phone. Yeah, it's crazy how COVID works, man. They don't let nobody up in that place no more, man.
Yeah, I could imagine.
In
So
the
it was just-
hospital?
Yeah, in the hospital, it's weird. Like they'll it makes no sense because they'll only allow 2 people in there with her, and those people can go home and come back and see her, but nobody else can go in there. So I was like, well, if you let them leave, why can't somebody else go in?
right. Yeah.
Make no damn sense.
But she's okay. Baby's healthy. Mom is healthy.
yeah.
Everything's good.
Yeah, she's cool, man. She's living the dream, brother.
Excellent. Congratulations to her. So yeah, man, we don't want to actually waste any time, even though I do want to hear some funny shit that happened this past week, but we need to kind of jump right into things. Any funny shit you guys want to highlight real quick?
Mm.
I mean, humor is dead in the world, so I just don't know what there could be to laugh about.
Oh, I get it. You on your goth, like, emo crow shit. Got it.
Yeah, man. It just
I just
dropped
got
this week,
eyes.
so
Got it.
he's a spirit of vengeance, from what I hear.
Oh, understood. Rick, anything? P? I can't think of anything right this moment, but I mean, I did laugh a lot this past week, I guess.
Let me think.
I've
know
just been
something good
watching
happened.
I Think You Should Leave on Netflix, the sketch show. It's really funny.
I've not heard of that.
No, I Think You Should Leave. It's brilliant. It just aired season 2, and it's like, it's just getting memed out. It's become a part of my social lexicon.
Incredible.
My God.
Anybody listen to Drake's album or Kanye West's album?
No, I
Yeah, how
live,
about that song today? How about that song today, huh?
Which one?
I have no idea.
That oh yeah. Well, I was actually having a long discussion with David and Matthew earlier.
Sure. will.
Yeah, we were blowing up Poncho's phone. As Drake got a hold of a diss track that was kept off of Donda and released it himself on his own radio show.
And he released
Genius.
it, yeah.
Yeah, Life of the Party.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of both albums, even though I ain't really fucking with Kanye. I haven't been fucking with Kanye for a while, but I did listen to quite a bit of both albums. What'd you think, Rick, though?
Yeah, I feel real bad for Andre 3000, man. You
That
hear
was
that?
an interesting statement he put out. I saw that.
Yeah, he was like, man, he made it seem like we're gonna have a heartfelt song about our dead mothers. And he just dissed his Drake on the song. It's like messed up, man. I was like, damn, like, this is really fucked up.
Yeah.
What Kanye's an asshole.
This is the
Jacking
first
up
time I'm hearing of this.
Pull
Yeah.
the rug out from under him.
Yeah, man, and it's crazy because after he says it and you listen to his lyrics, you're like, yeah, it's totally like that's totally what happened. It's like his raps are like really emotional and like obviously, like I said, he's talking about both of their like mothers that just passed away. Well, I mean, just passed away, like fairly recently.
Mhm.
And, and all of a sudden, in the next track, he's just like Drake. I mean, the next bar is Drake. Saying all this shit, and yeah, I feel really bad. Like,
Yeah,
man,
it was would have been nice to hear Andre 3000 on something that he appreciated and then wasn't a little upset about after the fact. But yeah, he did say that he wanted to be on some other people's albums that are popping right now. So we'll see
yo,
what
that
happens.
that was crazy. Yeah, he said Kendrick, and Kendrick has something coming out soon, so
No
that'd be
doubt.
interesting.
All right, number
Well,
one
I don't know
hip
if we
hop
can. I don't know if we
podcast.
can count this as funny, but there was that story about StockX selling action figures now.
I
That
did.
was a
I
big
did see
deal.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh, I
sent
did
it
see that.
to I sent
It's
it to the
tragically funny.
chat.
Yeah, I don't
It
know
was-
if we ever got to talk about that, but it's definitely worth a mention.
Am
yeah,
I
it was.
am I mistaken in saying StockX is the sneaker site? They normally
You're
sell
right.
sneakers,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good.
yeah.
Got it.
That's like where I make like most of my money if I'm keeping it honest with you.
No doubt.
Yeah, especially like during Supreme season, that's like the place where I move things the fastest. And yeah, it was pretty wild when I forgot what I was searching. I was searching some sneaker and I was like, Book of Vishanti? I was like, what the hell? And I just went in a rabbit hole. I started typing Marvel Legends, I started typing Comic Con, and all these things kept popping up and I was like, wow, so they're never gonna announce this? Like this is just something that they do now, and then sure enough, like the following Monday they announced like action figures are now on StockX, and I was like, well,
Mm.
you know, hey man, I know a lot of people are gonna hate to hear it, but if you pre-ordered a Sentinel and you get it in, that is gonna be the greatest place for you to sell it. You have no shipping fees whatsoever, um, and you're just gonna get a printout label, find a box to send that damn Sentinel in, and you're gonna be good.
Interesting. All
Yeah,
right, we're gonna have to. We're
anybody
gonna have
that
to
plans on
hold you
selling
to
it,
that. Yeah, we're
yeah,
gonna have to
that
hold you to
that
that.
that's the spot.
That's it.
Yeah, I had a
Um,
gigantic like Kobe Bryant sneaker set, and there was no way I was gonna ship that thing for less than like $60, and it was free because like I said, they just send you a label, ship it out, get it.
How much
Fantastic.
cut do they take?
I want to say it's like 15%.
Okay.
Yeah. And obviously, like if you don't use PayPal as your payout, like if you just go direct to your like a bank account or whatever, there's no fees on that either. I know some people are weary of that, but just expect more fees if you're gonna use PayPal to be paid out with.
all right, we're gonna have to definitely revisit this and talk about this for sure. So yeah, let's kind of jump right in. I know we have some time sensitive things that we need to get to. So P, I guess you can take us away.
Yeah, absolutely. So this week, like we said last week, we're gonna have Simon Hill on Hell Yeah Baby. First of many
Hell
guests.
yeah.
First of many guests to appear on the show. We're gonna bring him into Community. Of course, there's a bit of a time difference between us and Simon as well. So we're going to go ahead and mix things up, bring Community to the forefront. We're gonna talk highlights first, and then we're gonna bring Simon in. Or do we want Simon in with highlights? Why not? Let's go. Let's do it.
Bring him in for the whole community segment. He is the
Hell
community segment.
So what we're going to do is we're going to bring Simon in. For the 3 people watching that don't know who Simon is, he's going to tell us a little bit about himself. We're going to ask him some hard-hitting questions, make him sweat. And then, yeah. So, Fabio, do you think can you bring him in? Or, let's see.
Yeah, I can bring him in.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, can you give him that rundown?
Give us a hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
What's up, man?
Mic check.
Simon, can you hear us?
Sir.
I think he's listening to the stream. So it might be a little bit.
Oh, it's gonna be a sec. He's gonna just have to unmute himself, and then he'll be like, "Oh, hello."
Hello.
Anyway, we got Simon Hill here. For everyone who doesn't know Simon Hill, I'm gonna pull up his profile. Everybody should know him. He's at Plastic Snaps, dude. He's kind of the man. Is anybody familiar with Plastic Snaps? One of the I mean, basically every time we have a community segment, we're featuring one or multiple of his photos because the man stays grinding. The man is one of the hardest working, if not, I would go as far as to say the hardest working man in the A.C.B.A. community.
Yeah,
and
without a doubt. Absolutely.
he keeps it coming. I mean, he produces hits. You know, we could forgive all of his shortcomings because he has hits.
Absolutely.
I don't know how much longer we could stall. Simon, where are you?
While we're waiting for Simon, let's go ahead and read off some super chats real quick.
Yes.
Repeat DC hit us with $20. He said, "Yo, what's up, homies? Glad to see y'all on a streak. Keep it up. Much love." Hell yeah, man. We definitely
dude.
have not stopped for sure.
No, dude, we are going streaking through the quad into the gymnasium.
Going Geek TV.
I just saw Simon for a quick second. Yeah, if it's fucking with your audio, Simon, you don't have to be on camera. You're looking good and everything, man. Showing off the legs, I love it, baby. But
dude, those look like very breezy shorts. Yeah, we can hear him now.
Yeah. Okay.
If you even want to turn it, sideways to throw in another WWE reference.
Oh my god.
Yeah, turn that sumbitch sideways. There you go.
The TV's in the way. You
Oh,
got a
Jesus.
DVD writer and reader on your TV? Oh, that's your computer.
Oh my god, dude. They got it good over there, huh?
They sure do.
This is what's life's like across the pond, huh?
We are even. I mean, we may have just overcomplicated it to the point where we've lost it.
We'll figure it out. As always, an evolving format here on the A.C.B.A. podcast.
That's right. Any other super? Oh, he's back. Okay.
There you go. It'd probably be better if you're watching the podcast, just like pause it, but keep the chat open so you can just because there will be a delay.
Yeah.
You could keep watching it and just mute it like Fabio said, and the chat will keep running.
I don't know. Maybe he should turn it off altogether, actually, and just be live.
Turn the podcast off, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, just maybe to help the connection, just because.
Hell yeah! So you can hear.
All right. Yeah, we see you. Yeah, there you go. Now we got you. What's up, dude?
Yeah. No, it's all good. All good.
None of this will be in the edit. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, Bunjo, can we edit this out, please?
But yeah, man, good to have you here. Welcome.
Thanks for the invite. Really good to be on.
So we, as I was saying, every time we do a community segment of some kind, you are featured one or multiple times. But I mean, last week this one was definitely one we spent some time on. I don't know if you can see the screen share, you can like click into it, but you don't have to. It's just your three Spider-Man picture and the rubble and the what if.
Yeah.
There you go.
Was, obviously inspired by the rumors of obviously the multiverse colliding and the possibility of Garfield and Toby featuring. So I knew I had the old Toy Biz Maguire, so I had to dig him out and put it together as if Toby is gonna sacrifice himself. Rumors, you never know. But and I just wanted to put it together, and while it's a hot topic, stick it out there.
Yeah, and you gotta stay on those trends, right? I mean, you're definitely staying current with everything that's like happening in this weird comic multiverse.
Yeah, I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Speaking of cool, though, okay, did I miss the memo on the Hawaiian shirts? Do I have to go get one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think Simon and Poncho did this for you not to join in?
I think I'm being purposely excluded here.
You're being punked. I'm actually Ashton Kutcher.
I bet if Boog turns that camera on, he'll have one on too, huh?
Absolutely.
Are you Jamie Kennedy?
You know
Oh my god.
I'm actually waiting for the shirt guy to ask me to stand up. I've got the Hawaiian drawers on.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Man, there's a luau going on in Boog's kitchen.
Deep cuts on.
All right. Well, while we got Simon here, we can
If
get
you can hear
into
me, let's just give a little background, man. Tell us exactly where you're from. You know, how long you've been collecting, how you got into the A.C.B.A. community. Just those three things, if you could, just to give people a little background. Or where you from, first of all? Tell everybody where you're from exactly.
United Kingdom, obviously, and I lived in a small town called Herefordshire, which is about a 100-minute drive from Birmingham. So that's to give the biggest indication of the nearest city near me. And I've been collecting probably hardcore since 2014. I previously was into collecting Lego, and that's when I first decided I'd try and take photographs of my toys. Was about 2011, and that was taking pictures of my Lego figures in some bizarre scenarios. And then I wanted to part with some of my Toy Biz Marvel Legends, so I discovered there was a Facebook group on the internet called Action Figure Trading Community UK. And while trying to get some info on my figures, I discovered one of the A.C.B.A artists, Sam Factory, I think his surname is. I'm always apologising if I pronounce it wrong, but I saw him.
I know Sam. I'm not sure how you actually pronounce it. Is it Bite Factory or Bit Factory? How do you pronounce the other portion of his
I'm
name?
not certain myself. I saw his he was doing on the spot, which I know came from A.C.B.A, and he was doing it within this group. And when I saw his work, it blew my mind. I was like, how are you able to do something like that with action figures? And he had the posing, he had dioramas, and I was like, oh man, I want a piece of this. So I talked to Sam. He introduced me to A.C.B.A. And as we all know, my first run in there did not go very well. It was a time when I didn't really understand how to use the internet properly. Obviously, a bit of a keyboard warrior, admittedly. But you've got to take it all with a pinch of salt. You've got to actually enter the group knowing that everyone in that group's passionate about what they do. Obviously, my first time round, I did not read the rules per se properly and just went gun ho. And I was thinking what I'm posting is fine, and I didn't take critique very well. And obviously, I was removed, and I still wanted to grind. And as you know, Boog, I was hitting you up on a regular basis. I'm still asking you for advice on some of the work I did, and then I regretted my decisions instantly. Like not being part of the group hurt a lot, so I carried on doing my thing, and then I entered the World Tournament in 2015 as a non-A.C.B.A member, and then that was the door back into the group, and I have to hold my hands up and say A.C.B.A has in fact changed the way I act in the real world as well. It's massive part of my life now, and how it's made me change the person as which I owe the community. It's massive life changing for me.
No doubt, no doubt.
That's
So
actually amazing,
just a
man.
little more insight for everybody listening. Yeah, it's pretty. Simon's got a pretty amazing story, but we just didn't start off in the greatest of terms. But I think that's why his story is such a great success story within A.C.B.A. Somebody who was quite literally like the bane of my existence early on in his career, has turned into one of those most inspirational people in the community, and is now a moderator of A.C.B.A. I just think that is wonderful. And again, like Fabio mentioned, just one of the most hardest working people in A.C.B.A. and one of the most hardest working people in general. Can you give us a little bit of insight about your actual day job, what you do aside from your hobby?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, a day job is I'm a baker stroke confectioner, so that means getting up at 1:30 every morning, and that's what instructed my feed early on was I forgot to change my alarm, so I get up at 1:30 in the morning for a 2 o'clock start, and that's a shift daily of making pastries, sausage rolls, Chelsea buns, cakes. It's not an easy job, but I've been doing it for 22 years now. The early hours are a killer. But then it gives me time to obviously do a bit of grinding and think of ideas while I'm working for displays to work on. And then obviously when I come home, I get a few hours sleep, and then I'm obviously a family man as well to 3 kids, and I've got a doting wife of nearly 14 years marriage as well. So
Excellent. I love it, man.
For everybody out there, Simon has goals in every way, whether it's
Right, no
professionally,
doubt.
whether it's in a familiarly, whether it's in A.C.B.A. Like everybody, he like Boog said, model citizen in every way. I mean, where do you find the time, Simon?
Right, exactly.
You've got to juggle it around, and it helps to pre-plan as well. So if I get an idea, I'll map it out in my head first, and then I won't come onto a table with nothing planned. It's I almost describe it as like a beautiful mind, sort of like I can map it out in my head visually, and in this case, I just pluck in my props or dioramas out, and I just slap it on the table, and then work with my lighting and my posing. It's just I can't explain it. It's almost like instinct now.
Yeah. The way that you go about your displaying is pretty much how I would do it very early on, in terms of getting the core together and getting the figures kind of posed and how you want them, and then kind of transferring that to the table and then building around it. That is a method that I would often try to tell people to do early on, and
Yeah.
you have really like perfected that, and I see your process a lot. Obviously, being a member of the other groups, Plastic and Pain and the Grind, and you get to really see everybody's process, and you get to really get a peek into the mind of some of these people who are just brilliant. Obviously Simon included. But yeah, man, wonderful story. So we know that you are pressed for time, so we're gonna jump right into community section. We wanted to have you here with us to hear your thoughts and your critique on some of these things in real time. So I think P's got some stuff queued up here.
I got you right here.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to highlight this one specifically. I noticed, you know what, man? Whenever some shots like this appear on the group, of course, A.C.B.A, we're all about tangible photos, practical effects, stuff like that. Whenever you see something that's kind of like, oh shit, maybe there's like some editing program, Photoshop stuff going on, it kind of gets glossed over. But reading his description, he said that this was done, practically in the camera. He used a long exposure through that figure in there and then just took it away. And I wanted to highlight this because it's like a really nice use of practical effects, of getting an effect that a lot of people think that is only achievable in Photoshop. And of course, the set building is super great too, and just really nice.
Yeah, the lighting, I mean, it really matches the movie like pretty perfectly.
Yeah,
He's definitely built that the scenery up really nice, and he's got some great depth going in there from like the foreground with the branches on the left, and then you've got the middle ground with the figurines, and then obviously he's created the depth with I'm not sure if that's a monitor in the background he's using or blended it in. Do you know?
Definitely something.
I've never seen Brian really work with a monitor, so I'm sure everything is tangible here. I'm not sure, but I'm almost certain because I've never really seen him work with a monitor, so it's more than likely there's some tangible aspects to that, and it's just some blue lighting and stuff.
Composition's really nice as well. It's a really nicely built up set, and the figurines are nicely centered, and the setup is just it's really nicely built together, that one. And that effect pretty cool as well with the long exposure, and then obviously removing the figurine to give that translucent effect.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you and I, Simon, were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, but like it's so wild to see like how the landscape of A.C.B.A specifically has changed in the last like 10 years. Like before everybody got DSLRs, techniques like this, long exposure, light painting and stuff like that were a little bit beyond like our wheelhouse with like point and shoot cameras. But now as technology is advancing and, these higher level photography techniques are available to, everybody in the community, it's just so cool to see these techniques being applied to A.C.B.A and toy photography. So super sick, super tight. Hell yeah. What's next?
All right, good stuff. What's next? I'll tell you what's next.
Yeah, I love this one, man.
Oh, this is a great one. Yeah, it's got a lot of attention.
This
Very
one's
original.
Yeah, just for the sake of it just being like really just clever. And also, like, the set building is very nice, and it has really good lighting as well.
Yeah.
Just super cool. And I think this made Saturday Salvo too, possibly, right? I saw it on the group or on the main IG. So
Yeah, it was one of the posts during the week,
Okay.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Right before Saturday, but yeah, there it is. You just passed it.
yeah, it's above Nappa and Vegeta.
Yeah. But yeah, man, real funny. It looks like he's working with the GTP Toys space walls there.
Yeah,
And that must be like a custom ceiling or something. They probably just got a piece of plexiglass and painted it. But yeah, great set and real clever and funny, man. Simon, what you think?
Yeah, that is super fresh. I wasn't certain when I first seen it if it's done on purpose, but I'm not sure if the troopers' heads were in focus by accident or because they do seem a bit. Obviously, I know the story behind the stormtroopers. They can't see shit outside the helmet, so I'm not sure whether he did the unfocused on the helmets on purpose or not. It just seemed a little.
He has two versions of it, so yeah, maybe it just kind of got lost just because of the weird angle.
It also makes sense as well with them not being able to focus right. So that's pretty. It makes a lot of sense if that's done on purpose as well. So
absolutely,
yeah, it's really cool.
The worse it is, the better it is.
Yeah,
really.
Exactly.
Let that lore help you out.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Oh, it's your boy.
That's it, Brandosaurus Rex, man. King Kaiju himself. Let's go. I really liked the angle of this. It's so nice. I always love when Godzilla shots or, kaiju shots in particular are shot at an angle that a human can like achieve. Like if you were like in the city and you were looking at this as it was happening, this is like an angle that you would be familiar with. Is you looking up. I think that's why Pacific Rim specifically worked so well, the first one, because Guillermo del Toro like specifically made it he made a point to always shoot angles that could be filmed by like a real person. So and Brandon is really good at that as well. He always keeps that in mind. Really nice. A lot of his buildings are always in like just grayscale with maybe some like some dry brushing and stuff and stuff like that. Not a lot of his buildings are super colorful, but the way he lit this and the background he chose as well really complement just having a limited color palette to work with when it comes to his buildings and whatnot. So I thought this was really
no
cool.
doubt. Only thing I would maybe suggest for this is just to get some real nice light on the actual fire breath on the flame or what have you. But yeah, I do really like the color palette here. It's calming, even though there's like some real destructive shit happening.
I like the technique he's used with the foreground as well. Like he's blacked it out, and you can like make out that they're obviously buildings as such. So that's a really nice technique that you can actually focus on what they are, but it just helps fill the frame out nicely.
Yeah, very nice use of just filling in that negative space. Even though there is a building back there, like just the extra bit of out of focus foreground really helps build depth. Whole thing. So very nice.
Yeah, it really pops. I like the how sharp the blue is, even though it's all the way inside of here, and that there's a lot of blue everywhere else. Every pop of it is like very bright.
Hell no.
All right. How about this one?
How about a little bit of this? Let's go. Oh, the man, the myth, Akira Joe. Incredible lighting, man. I wanted to highlight this because the lighting is so sensational, and you always know that Akira Joe keeps it 100% tangible and practical all the time. So like this is it's insane. I also wanted to highlight this because recently we've been seeing in the group and everybody using the hashtag on Instagram that a lot of people whenever they shoot Spider-Man figures specifically, they always like to have the eyes highlighted. I know you mentioned that as well in the group, Simon, maybe a week or so ago. I understand the like the reason behind it, like Spider-Man, like all these superheroes with just white eyes, they're always so bright on the page, and you always read emotion through eyes, so it's nice to have eyes pop in a photo. But I wanted to highlight this one too because Akira Joe was able to illuminate the eyes in this like practically as well. Brandon also did this maybe a month or so ago with his Killer Croc shot as well, practically also. So there's a lot of really great techniques to get your eyes lit quite well and achieve that practically intangibly for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very cinematic. The lighting, very cinematic.
Yeah, that blue-orange contrast, with the eyes and the light.
Let's go. Use that color wheel, baby.
Use it. There for a reason.
Hey, how about using it? Everything about
that? All right. Next up, it is.
Let's go. I wanted to highlight this one because they did a really good job in blending the background. Like the background is, I think, is a monitor possibly, or maybe a TV, something like that. But they did a really good job matching the lighting and the mood and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Into the Spider-Verse has a really nice, like, almost like hyper, like fuchsia violet kind of color palette, and they did a really good job here. And I also wanted to highlight the running pose in here too. We see a lot of, I know, Boog, this gets on your nerves all the time, like the classic running pose of like the foot bent 45 degrees and stuff. You always have a bone to pick with that running pose, but this is a really good this is just a really good running pose. Like I get where people see that the running pose with like the bent foot can be applicable, but like a lot of the times, like if the heel of your foot is hitting the pavement or whatever, like it wouldn't be that, like, you'd be further lifted off. Like if your foot is actually like that, you're gonna end up like, twisting your ankle or some shit like that. It's really nice. I did like it.
I would have only thing I would have done here personally is lowered that right leg a little bit, just so you can see just maybe like the tip of his
Yeah,
foot.
I was gonna say that.
It
helps
make
like this if you're able to see the other foot too.
Yeah, it helps a little bit. It looks a little less, dare I say, cartoonish, but you know what I'm saying.
It helps. I don't know. It helps translate emotion a little bit more when you see like the other leg, kind of in the rear.
Mm-hmm. And I would have toned down the red light just a little bit here. I see that a lot with people with the colored light. They'll just blare it on the figure sometime, and that's not always necessary. I do understand that he's running in traffic, and that light could definitely be, it could be authentic in this scenario, but I maybe he just could have filtered the light a little bit, but. I do like it. I like the frame up. I like that you could see the truck and everything there. It's definitely a good base.
Yeah. I think he's actually running on a car, right? Yeah, he's on an ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's running on top of traffic.
Yeah. I guess this is a TV or a monitor or something. That's the WWE Reckon Slambulance.
Slambulance, baby.
Let's see if it pays off for him, Joe.
Yeah, bold move.
Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, this is great though.
Oh yeah.
All right, what else we got? I think that was the same one actually. Yeah.
Doing, Fob.
Sorry. Oh, I saw this one earlier. This made me laugh.
This one was nice too.
I saw this one today.
This is the second time I think we're what do you call it? Highlighting a He-Man a Master of the Universe photo just because it's so fun. Really great. I just want to highlight this because like it's just a very nice, simple photo, and then the set building, of course, is phenomenal. This is a great example of how you don't have to, you can see by the seaside right here, everything is just crammed into a very narrow space. He knows he's going to do like a very tight shot, so there's no reason to like build out an entire set. He just plays to the strengths of his framing. It's very nice.
Look at all those those are the mini toy brands. Those are pretty sick. Except for like the He-Man and then I think maybe the Ninja Turtles. Those might be the Ninja Turtles might be mini toy brands, but
they are
pretty much everything with the exception of the Masters of the Universe are the mini toy brands, baby.
I mean, obviously he kind of did some cutout, kind of print out things that kind of have an optical illusion to them.
An illusion.
An illusion, Dad. You don't have to have
tricks or something.
But yeah, this is super clean, very bright. even though there's like a lot going on, you can still very clearly tell like what's the focus.
No doubt.
Fantastic.
And with it being his framework, he still managed to create stacks of depth as well, which is really clever.
Hmm.
It's not flat, you know. You can actually get immersed into that pretty easily.
Yeah.
You
I
love to see
said,
it, man.
hey, yay, yay.
Hey, and he tries.
I said, hey. This one got a lot of love for sure.
Yeah, very clean cutout work here. Great cutout blending also. Patrick, man, the myth. Doing very well. And I threw this in here just for you, Fabio, your little Mezco doll.
Oh, you know, I got tagged in this, I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
You got tagged.
I think I did. Let me see. I'm in here somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
I'm pretty sure I was tagged in this. All right. Yeah, this is great. This is super clean. I would have maybe just because of the soft goods. I know it's tough because of the
Here we go.
the vinyl pieces there, but this is where you can kind of exaggerate, and have his arm kind of going up a little more, even if you have to like kind of rotate the cutout to match it. But either way, this is super clean. This is
Yeah, I agree, but I understand why though. It's just kind of how the cutout was lined up. I guess if he wanted to turn the cutout, I guess clockwise a little bit. Yeah. No, counterclockwise. No, clockwise. Counterclockwise a little bit. But yeah, I feel you. This was really nice though. I think this made Saturday's Salvo, I believe.
Hell yeah.
I would believe you.
I believe you. There it is. You just missed it.
God.
To the left.
But Simon, these are like some of the picks that we like pre-selected. Is it any thing from this past week that you maybe want to highlight that we could bring up, or any artists that you want to talk about in particular, just to kind of get you?
Yeah, who's gonna get that Simon Hill rub right now?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, who's gonna get
I'm
rubbed?
terrible. I'm embarrassing. I think you've highlighted them quite well, to be honest. I mean, I've always got a few, but I mean, I'm not gonna rub them. But I mean, I'm a big fan of Patrick's work. I mean, he can do some great cagey pictures as well as mixing it up every now and then. So, I mean, I'm always a big fan of his work. I'm a big Brown man as well as knows.
Yeah, you know what? I
mean, when he puts
it's funny that you mention that because I do. Sorry, I was saying it's funny that you mention that because I do really take a liking to the people that kind of have their thing, but that sometimes step outside of that and really surprise you, like you did with this past week with the Ant-Man figure. Because I mean, it's still in his wheelhouse where it's like, kind of using Ant-Man as like a kaiju or something like that. But normally you see him do a lot of stuff with Ultraman and those type of properties like that. But yeah, man, I got you. I feel you.
It is easy to get stuck in, your same lane. But I mean, to venture out and experiment, it's always rewarding as well. So I mean, don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone every now and then. Definitely.
No doubt. What we got here?
This is a dude that, speaking of photos, I get tagged in. Crunchy Cheeto Creations.
He's tagging every fucking body.
He's on a tear. He is on a tear. Since this one was featured, this was one that I actually saw this week that I thought was really cool.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, people do what they do to get recognized and to get their work and shit out there. But yeah, I honestly sometimes like when people tag like 1,000 things and I'm part of it, I don't look at it.
A hard truth here on the
A.C.B.A. I only get tagged in the Mezco photos.
But Crunchy Cheeto's definitely doing his thing, mixing a lot of tangible aspects with a little Photoshop and stuff here and there. But he's definitely has some things that I really like, and some things that I'm not really fucking with too much sometimes. But he's definitely a rising star though, no question about that.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is what you were talking about, right? The
Yeah,
hand.
no doubt, no doubt.
What cars are those, Simon?
I have no idea. I think they're like I know they're definitely. Yeah, I know he's definitely imported them out from somewhere else because I think they're tiny, like super tiny. They're
Trades
smaller than micro machines, I believe.
trade secret. Huh?
Right. So those some micro machines. What's going on there?
Could be micro
I think they're
machines.
smaller than micro machines. Yeah, definitely smaller than micro machines.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, those people are super tiny too.
Actually, you know what? Yeah,
They were like trained.
cars,
You
the
know.
cars look like they like right in scale with the people. So the people that these people the people that are normally used in these type of setups are what are they HO scale? Am
Yeah,
I
it's
right?
very scary. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the cars are about whatever scale that is too.
Oh, scaled.
Yeah, I was gonna say they'd have to be like HO scale. That's like the smallest scale I think for
No,
model trains. Is
no,
it?
N
Yeah, like
scale.
model train.
N scale is smaller
Yeah.
than HO, I
Oh,
Oh,
believe.
really?
Only the bad hoes though. Especially the bad
Oh,
hoes.
especially the bad ones.
Great callback. Great callback. What else you got? You had something else there that you.
Yeah,
you
so next
showed
up is
to
what to grind on, man. Simon, you feel like hanging with us and talking to what to grind on, baby?
The people are asking.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Good.
This was actually this didn't have what to grind on posted on it on the photo on the A.C.B.A group, but to be fair, posted on the A.C.B.A Discord. Hey, by the way, join the A.C.B.A Discord. And he posted it in the grind also, and he was grinding this out for a couple of days as well. I left some feedback, you know, a lot of the guys in the grind left some feedback as well. This is the final photo that he ended up with, and let's take it away. What should he
Le
grind on?
grind, man. Yeah, this looks like it's had some grinding. What is this in the front? I'm not sure what this is.
That. Yeah, I
A
think
droid?
isn't the spaceship of sorts he's probably jumping into. It's kind of like hard to. I know you used the glass technique with this one.
I need to. Okay, it is a
Yeah.
spaceship. Okay.
It's just that's probably my only critique for this. I mean, the setup's amazing as it is. I mean, doing all that above the glass. It's just trying to
Yeah. Okay, I see it.
make the probably open up the portables because on the at the moment it's just kind of like hard to make out what he's actually
Yeah.
jumping into.
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah,
I didn't even it didn't even register to me that he was actually like jumping into something. I
Oh.
thought he was like kicking this thing open.
You know,
Yeah,
so
so
just,
yeah, probably just open up the f-stop and to just bring the foreground more into focus, just so we get that initial idea of what so it translates so we can gather that he's jumping into a vehicle of sorts as it's passing by.
yeah, the photo that he posted in the grind actually.
But apart from that,
Yeah, the photo that he posted in the grind had it like even, you know, pulled a little bit out. Like the frame wasn't as tight. So you saw more of the spaceship in it. And you could get an idea that it was more of a spaceship. I remember when I first looked at it, it even took me like maybe about 5 seconds when I was like, oh, it's a spaceship. Okay. Oh, he's jumping into it. Okay. Oh, those guys are chasing him. Okay. And it's I think like when you know that you really got it with a photo, it's like it's immediate. You immediately, like every viewer or what have you, like immediately gets what's happening. So I think whenever you kind of have to like think about it, maybe some more TLC is needed. I originally critiqued that, like, you know, the spaceship is huge, but maybe it should take up less of the screen, or less of the photo. Everybody's kind of like crammed into like kind of one corner of the photo. Like all the action is happening in one corner of the photo. If everything was kind of maybe like spaced out a little bit, I understand that he kind of needed something in the foreground to block, like down by his foot, something in the foreground to hide the flight stand and whatnot. But he could have used something else possibly. I don't know, maybe just like pulling out more, seeing more of the spaceship, just so it reads more that it is actually like a ship or something.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, man, maybe a different angle so you kind of get the spacing between like just more depth, so you can kind of tell that he's jumping or leaping into something. Like when you look at the V side, and the C side, like immediately your mind clicks, like, oh shit, that's what he's doing. He's jumping off of this platform into this ship. It all makes sense, but just from this angle, it's not reading quite as well.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I think that's a common thing with a lot of Johnny's stuff is the angles, and I've said this a lot of times, even on his work in some instances, just the angles that he's picking. Just he needs to workshop around them, and also just give himself a little more elbow space. I mean, maybe he doesn't have the actual space where he's setting up to open up a little bit more. So maybe he should hit the floor and maybe get off the table and hit the floor and get some more space and flesh things out a bit more. And also, I say this every week to Johnny, get some more lights, dude. Those lights that you use, it's not good enough. You need some brighter, just regular desk lamps, basically. But you need better lighting and just to workshop around the angles. This is a great fucking idea, and ultimately, I think the pose on what's this guy's name? Cad
Bane?
Blue guy.
Yeah, I think the pose is pretty good. But yeah, he needs a little more space, a little more depth. Play with the f-stop, like Simon said, and yeah, man, just I would revisit this. It's a great idea.
Yeah. The
It
one
could possibly be done off without using the glass technique as well. I mean,
Very
that
true.
might be it. You might be able to get more depth and more of a wider shot and
Very
change the angle up
Yeah, like
the glass. So
you don't even need it like super even if it's like super close and you open up your f-stop a little bit and it's kind of out of focus, like the even if the wing isn't like right up on his foot, because it's in the foreground so much, it'll blur background elements. So you might not even need it super close to the flight stand for it to blur it out. And the last thing I'll say about this is like don't be afraid to use like the grid feature on your viewfinder or on your phone or on your camera, because like the grid feature always, whenever you use the grid feature, you're always reminded of rules of thirds. So as long as your subjects like line up with the grid and whatnot, it just makes for a more visually appealing photo. Right now, if you were to put a grid over this, the rule of third would apply to like maybe his knee or what have you. If you just shifted it a little bit to the right, then you would have, you know, Cad Bane's like the core of his body in the grid line, and it would just make for a more visually appealing photo. But hell yeah, man. Again, just to echo what Boog said, and you know, everybody else, the idea is incredible. The setup is great. When you look at the C side and the V side, it immediately clicks, but just some more TLC and you have a real winner on your hands here for sure. Hell yeah. What's next, baby?
Was next.
You know whose stuff I want to look at?
On Cheesies. No.
No, he says sternly. Absolutely.
I don't. You know, this is. I highly doubt that he has any what's a grinder on stuff on his tagged on his photos, but I don't care. We're just looking at stuff. Bring up Dan's toy art. Dan Williams.
Amy, can you bring up Dan Williams? Bring it up on the monitor, please.
Very funny.
Okay,
we could do Alex photo first though if you want.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Here it is.
He tagged this one to grind on merely 7 hours ago. The only thing that I would suggest is maybe tilting Logan's head a little bit down so he is like maintaining, you know, eyesight with a Mega Red. That's his name, right? Mega Red.
Mm-hmm.
I get
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, thank you. I
What's
get
his name, Red Dude?
Red guy, Big Red.
Big Red.
I get that like he's like in distress and maybe he loses eye line. Good lord. But you know, my vast knowledge of Wolverine tells me that he does not lose eyesight with his opponent. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But yeah, that's all I really had to go off of.
My favorite thing here is the lighting. I mean, he did a really good job getting these long shadows,
Yeah, he kills it.
and then even getting like some of the little bits on the ground to cast shadows too.
This is
Yeah, lighting.
another good representation of what like some really cool box art would look like, or promo art would look like, that's done 100% tangibly. Only thing I would do here is wrap the coils around Wolverine, his neck a little tighter, to really drive home that struggle and that he has him captured.
I dig. Okay.
Man.
But
Anything else?
but yeah, I wanted to bring up Dan's stuff because I think he's doing a lot of cool things, and the algorithm seems to be working for him over the past like few months or so. I also want to remind people that are posting on Instagram, when you post multiple pics in a slide, we can't really rip the photos from Instagram in the best quality. So if you are trying to tag us on stuff, and you're constantly posting photos that are 2 and 3 and one clip, then it's not that we don't want to grab your stuff, it's that we just want to grab it in the best quality. So it might actually behoove you to maybe shoot us an email or something like that. I just wanted to point that out. That's nothing really, well, I guess it kind of does have to do with Dan. But yeah, Dan has been doing a lot of stuff that has been getting a lot of attention. And it's one of those instances where I think he's doing great work, but I also think that he could benefit from a little critique on certain things that I see sometimes that I want to like put up in the pool for features and stuff like that. But I do sometimes see some stuff that is a little like that could easily be like just adjusted and just upgraded on his work. And I think that the algorithm is working so well for him right now that he's in a space where I don't think that he thinks that he may need a little critique or something on certain things. I haven't talked to him at all. This is all just me just speculating and just looking at people's stuff, because throughout the week I look at everything. I look at everybody's stuff. I'm searching, I'm viewing, I'm fanboying and whatever. So, when I see certain shit, I'm like, damn, this could be like perfect if he was like in the grind or in the group and somebody just pointed out this little thing to him. Like, when you on Instagram and you just grinding and your shit is hitting 1,000, 2,000 and whatever, then, you could kind of lose sight of what you could be doing better to really take your shit to the next level. If you could scroll back a couple to the pic right here with the fire, like that's something that I see him do a lot, where it's just like the fire's thrown in there and it's just like, you could have lit that up and this could have been, it could have been taken up a notch. I also think that he could like work with his lighting a bit more and try some different things. All of the lighting pretty much is almost the same on a lot of the pictures. I just want to see him like really win. Like I feel like he's got like a good core, just he's got a good foundation for building on. But I think at one point he was in the group though. I don't know. But again, like I keep saying, the algorithm has been working for him, and he's just been putting out this stuff that I think is good, but that could be great. And sometimes I think throughout these sessions we should pick out some people and pick on them a little bit. You know, all out of love though. It's not, I'm not hating on him in any way. I'm just being candid and just being real in the what to grind on section. But shout out to Dan. He's doing his thing. Follow him. But yeah, I'd like to see him get a little more feedback and critique and take his shit to the next level.
All right. And with that said, let's get the next photo here.
That's it. This is Josh Cherry. He specifically asked, trying to read it, a little fuzzy. He said, try my hand at low lighting. Any tips on how to make a shot a little brighter but still look like it's in the dark would be appreciated. Thank you. Hey, we say it all the time. Murder it with light, and then in your camera, just set your ISO crazy low, basically like 100 or 200. You'll get the crispiest shit possibly, like imaginable. But
and then on top of that, he could also use like one of the sort of like bluish hue filters too to like look like illuminated light in the dark type
yeah,
thing
like
too. But
moonlight. Yeah,
exactly what you said, but also that too.
very true. Simon, you got any tips, any pro strats to get a good low light?
Yeah, I just like you said, if I'm shooting low lighting, I'm all shooting at 100 ISO. I'm soaking it in whatever strength my lume cube will go up to, and then if you've got some atmospheric aerosol, use that because that could really help create some cool nightish atmosphere in the background there, which I think it's just lacking in the background there. Or if you ain't got atmospheric aerosol, use deodorant.
That's it. Yeah, multi-purpose.
Get a few whiffs in there, you know, to really get your creative juices flowing.
Yeah, you can huff it too.
Yeah, just looking just a little bit flat. It just needs that bit more mood, like Boog said, with the blue hue lighting would help as well. But yeah, soak it in light and then yeah, keep that. And then I think I use about a 2 second shutter speed as well. Or yeah, and that's how yeah, and then you get some nice God rays going in there as well if you like.
Very true. Also, diffuse every single light too, because moonlight won't
Yeah.
cast hard shadows. It'll always be like super soft. So diffuse all your lights, and then make sure you have like 15 of them. So basically it. Hell yeah! What's next? Let's go. Adrian, yeah, I'm so sorry. Misposo, I'm sorry. I wanted to highlight this for what to grind on. Light your fire, man. Like at the bottom of the staircase, it's really nicely lit, but just carry that on to the ones down there. I know it might be a little hard to get a light source on those without not casting the light on the stairs themselves, but these Tamashi flame effects have really good light piping, and maybe if you just like blast light from the right hand side here directly into one of these, it'll carry over into the other one, possibly. Maybe some creative what do you call it, positioning of them if you have one like right next to the other. But it's nice. I was also considering this for the actual highlight reel, just because like we see the staircase all the time, but this is a really nice angle to shoot the staircase at. So it's a nice breath of fresh air on this one.
I mean, for me personally, I love the glow in the background. That's really like portraying some serious heat there. With the flame effects on the stairs, I'd personally move them off the stairs and sit them just in front of the camera lens and illuminate them from underneath. That way, you'll feel the setup with more fire effect, and give you more heat visually. I still believe they generally won't get enough illumination situated where they are. And then, like I said, if you just put them inside in front of your camera lens and illuminate them, you'll fill that scene out with more fire as well.
Hell yeah, sensational advice.
Yeah, I like that. You get a little more fire here in the foreground, and then you can get a little, more foreground, middle ground, background action going.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm sorry, I was away from a moment. I don't know if Simon mentioned this, but sometimes what you could do too to illuminate your fire and these kind of red scenes a little bit too is just a simple app on the phone, like one of the squaring apps that also have like a retouch mode that you could just run the picture through like a filter, like just like a enhance, basically, just like whatever the enhance button is to kind of brighten it up a little bit. I think a lot of people could actually benefit from that. It's not against the ACBA values or anything like that to just enhance the colors of the photos. You know, you're not digitally adding in anything or removing it too. So sometimes that actually helps, and I could see a lot of people benefiting from just that simple thing, just to kind of like enhance the photo and make it look a little more vibrant and sharp.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're using tools like Lightroom or even like the raw editor in Photoshop, you can specifically, you know, target just the reds and then illuminate just the reds in your photo to give it to really brighten it up. And we say it all the time in the group. I know I'm a big like advocate for this, but like Lightroom and raw editing tools use all the data that you've already captured in your camera. Just like Boog just said, you're not adding any post elements to it or anything like that. It's just simply just a wider scope of tools that can use the data that you capture in your photo and whatnot. Basically the same thing that you can do in your camera, but just in like a desktop setting and whatever. And like Boog said, it's not against the rules. Obviously there's a little bit more glory and achieving this all practically in camera and whatnot, but on the way to that, on your path there's no shame in getting a little help every now and then, for sure.
It's funny, somebody just hit me up today, I think it was. I mean, so many people hit me up during the week. So many people tag me in pictures and stuff during the week. And honestly, a lot of times I don't have time to look at the stuff like that because I'm spending my time actually in the groups. So the best way for you to connect with me in that way and for me to actually like look at your stuff and workshop with you in real time is for you to be a part of one of our groups, basically. But yeah, the person had asked me specifically about lighting the Tamashi effects, and I'm like, listen, man, you need a lot of light. I can't really spend a lot of time doing one-on-one coaching with you right now in the DMs, but like, come join the group. We could workshop through this in real time. You'll have a bunch of other people to talk about it with you as well. Like, you'll have many eyes on your photo. Come join the grind. What you asking me is what people are discussing and talking about every day in the group and working through. And you could get, not just my opinion, but the expertise of a lot of great artists as well. So
Absolutely.
Well said, Punch. All right,
Yeah,
last
thanks.
one.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I said all that just great.
I too sometimes mispronounce my worms.
You too?
This
Yeah,
one was great.
great segue from what we were just talking about. So this guy, let's see, Spencer Witt, he said that everything in here is done tangibly and practically except for the flashlight, right? He just went in Photoshop, did a little white circle, and then add a little bit of glow to it to achieve the flashlight. And just like Boog was saying,
real quick, P, just to interject real quick, because you were talking about this too. We did recently sort of like update some of the community sort of guidelines and rules and stuff in the group. And one of the things that we did update was to ask people to be more transparent about what they're doing, as far as whether something is photoshopped or not, or if it's 100% tangible. So that way we could kind of curate some of the features and a more transparent way for you guys, I guess. But yeah, so it was good that Spencer did this. He normally does anyway, and most people do. Even before we added this little amendment, but yeah, that's a great teaching tool as well, is just being transparent about what you've done.
Yeah.
Period. And that's why C-sides are so valuable. But yeah, go ahead, P. Sorry.
yeah, just to piggyback on what you were saying, another great thing about being transparent about what you did like in post is a lot of the times people in the group that have been doing this practically and tangibly for so long have practical and tangible solutions for what you're using Photoshop for. So that's a great segue into what I was going to say for this, is like the comments were flooded with different techniques and different ways to achieve like a flashlight look tangibly. Diego was saying that you could probably put some aluminum foil in the flashlight and then kind of shine a light in there. Really great advice, man. Super good. So that's
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was really interesting. And I wanted to try it actually.
Yeah.
So yeah.
very clever stuff for sure. So that's like one of the benefits of just being a little transparent about what you're doing, because you never know. Like some of these guys have been doing this for the better half of a decade, and there's a lot of like tribal knowledge hidden within the members of our community, and you don't get to know about it unless you ask or unless you open the door to get any of these cool techniques. So it was really great.
I think you can. I mean, depending on how shiny your foil is, sometimes it's shiny on one side, matte on the other. But even the shiny side might not be that shiny. But if you have like an actual like old flashlight that maybe doesn't work anymore, you can go in there and like break it and like take the actual silver foil piece that's in there that actually creates the real reflection and just cut it down to size.
Hell yeah. Hey, you know what I just learned?
Fabio's flexing on us right now. He's trying to tell you he gets the Reynolds wrap and shit. He gets the real foil.
Nah, bro, I shop at the 99.
So funny.
I'm the opposite concern. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great, but I got shitty 99-cent store foil. That shit's not shiny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, my mom used to work. My mom used to work at a 99-cent store, and I used to like do all my homework in like the back stock room like every day after work, and then one of the older kid, like there's another kid whose mom worked there, and then he showed me a pack of cards with naked ladies all over, and it's the first time I ever saw a naked lady. So shout out to 99-cent stores.
Dude. I mean, I think 99-cent store has awakened something in all of us at one point or another.
For real.
All right, but yeah, this one got a lot of love. This is Spencer Witt, who he's big on Instagram. He's one of those Star Wars featured photographers from Hasbro all the time. So it's cool to see it like branching out and doing some more specifically like A.C.B.A. technique stuff.
Very nice.
Spencer is like you said, he's one of those guys that I would categorize as one of the Insta stars out there for sure. Really cool dude, family man. I've met him a couple times out at Comic-Con. Actually, that picture that I posted at one of those Hasbro events with all of the top Instagram stars.
When we went to Comic-Con a couple of years ago, but we were at that big like photographer gathering lunch dinner thing.
Exactly.
We all met there too.
Yep. That was really cool. That was really cool to meet a lot of those dudes, man.
Definitely.
So yeah, this one definitely heated up. When I saw him post this on his account, I had put a comment and made a funny joke about Batman's cape fucking up the crime scene and shit. But but I said that this was a great photo. It really is.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's I think the end of our what's to grinds ons.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. So, hey, that was it for community. Simon, do you want to hang out with us for top stories, or what's going on?
Oh, when I start feeling tired, I'll shoot off. If that's all right.
Yeah, you can stay as long as you want. If at any point it's getting late for you and you got to cut out, that's fine too.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Let's get into these top stories. I think Simon, I don't know how big you are into McFarlane, but we love him around here.
Oh, God. Bad A.
He's pretty much everyone's idol.
Yeah. I guess we'll hit the quick hits first, and then we'll dwell on Mr. McFarlane. But
what was our actual topic list looking like?
Yeah, so the topic list is Hasbro forever dumping news on us every week.
What's up?
Mezco looking at the skies with Fabio. SHF has a couple of reveals as well, of course. Tade, McFarlane in the mix with one of the most ludicrous reveals I've ever seen this week. And then miscellaneous, we're talking, I think Figma had something. Some other guys had some shit. No, Super 7 had something. Boog, you're going to love that segment. And then... and we'll figure it out from there. But yeah,
we could breeze through Hasbro real quick. We don't want to.
Yeah, there's really not much except the final Galactus update.
But yeah, this past Monday was the last day for you to get in on the HasLab Galactus campaign. We talked about this very early on. We've been following this story since the very beginning. We were all pretty sure that the target goal would be achieved, but that they may not get to the other tiers. And boy, were we wrong. So they actually, as of right now, because the ticker has been going up and down as orders get canceled or as people's orders get accepted or whatever's happening there. But as of right now, the ticker is at 32,346 backers. The target was 14. They had a tier at 16, a tier at 18, and a tier at 20 as far as stretch goals. So they not only did they smash their target, but they also beat the previous record, which was the HasLab. What was it?
I think the Jabba's
Yeah.
barge.
Nah, not even. It was
Razor Crest?
Razor Crest. Yep, Razor Crest
Oh, wow.
was 28,000 something. So yeah, as of right now, I put up a little update video. Like I said, I was pocket watching. They a little under 13 million without a little under 13 million without counting the taxes and shipping and all of that. About 12,938,400 they made in a little over a month, basically. And Galactus is fully funded. Will be going out to those people who backed him about a year from now. So big success for Hasbro there. The other news from Hasbro is that the Sentinel is going to be shipping this week, basically. Some people have already gotten updates that a shipping label has been created. I heard that the 9th of September was the day that things will really start going out. So we're looking forward to that. I think I'm the only one out of the crew that backed Galactus. Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So,
That's it. Lone man.
but we all did get at least one Sentinel, though, right?
Not I. I missed it.
No.
Oh yeah, I got Sentinel.
Okay. Fabio, you got one Sentinel, right? Fabio's gone. Okay. So,
Oh,
yeah, that was,
yes, I got one Sentinel.
one Sentinel. Simon, you got one Sentinel?
Hell no.
Oh my God, Simon.
I think the Sentinel went up before they actually opened up with all of the like UK tiers of HasLab and shit, right?
It wouldn't be in my budget anyway, so I'm just going to admire everyone else's work when it hits the A.C.B.A. But I can't even speak now. I'm just going to admire the work.
We gotta get you a Sentinel in some way somehow. We gotta make that happen. All right. That's on my to-do list.
We'll start our own Kickstarter just for the shipping, so it'll be great.
Okay. But wait a minute. I want to just buy this Sentinel or this Galactus. Why can't I do this?
Nope.
Where's the buy it now button, please?
Yeah.
Nope. That's it.
Excuse me?
That ship sailed, brother.
So what's on the agenda for Hasbro is Hasbro PulseCon, which is coming up at the end of this month. I think it's the end of this month. Wait, no, is it this month or October? I forgot.
October, I think.
Is it October 22nd and 23rd or September?
It's after New York Comic-Con, right? Isn't it?
Oh, then it's October. Then it's October.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it's you might be right. Maybe it is October. I don't know. I'm giving fucked up information. Hey, this is the #1 fucked up information podcast. All right.
That's it. Say it with the chest.
That's it for Hasbro.
There's one more.
Looking forward. Oh, one thing. Oh, that's it for Marvel Legends. Excuse me. What's the other Hasbro news?
There's just some light Lightning Collection news. I posted a picture in it in the group chat earlier. So Lightning Collection revealed it's not on Toku Nation, which is really weird.
Really weird.
So it's in our chat. So Lightning Collection last week they revealed Adam and Billy for the Ninjetti arc of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 3. Hell yeah! What I like to call the tight on the budget arc of Power Rangers. Hey, you guys like ninjas, right? Cool. The suits will be cheap. So they busted out Adam and Billy, and then last week they quietly announced that Tommy and Kimberly will be joining as well. And this era of Power Rangers is a little bit unique because these suits bridge two separate casts as well. So like obviously they debuted in the movie, which had Kimberly in it, but by the time it got to the TV series, I believe Dawn's the Pink Ranger too. I could be totally wrong. I'm very sorry if I'm wrong, but I think Cat is also in this suit. So people are wondering if we're gonna get an alternate Cat head for this, but who knows, man. More importantly, that's it. More
No, it'll be
importantly,
2 separate releases. That's not.
so Cat head.
I want a cat head beast.
That's
That's
what I'm
it.
talking about.
Yeah, it's so funny. Quick segue. Every time there's this local toy show, there's this one guy that I don't know what. He has a surplus of like old Toy Biz like Beast Marvel Legends loose, where he has like kind of like the cat-like features. And every year I buy the same fucking figure because I'm not sure if I own it already. And it's only like $5. I was like, oh, do I have this? All right, probably not. But if I do, it's only $5. Whatever.
That's one of the worst figures Hasbro ever put out.
Really is.
He gets ready. He gets ready every toy show. He looks his wife dead in the eyes before he leaves, and he says, "Honey, I hope that fucking Filipino guy shows up because I could really use that $5 again."
Stupid.
He gets excited when he sees you come in. Oh, there he is.
Baby, he's back. It's red panty night. Get it out, because this guy's gonna give me that $5 easy.
Never.
Panty night. I love it.
All right.
But yeah,
Well,
man.
there's your Powder Ranger guys.
Absolutely. So we're just waiting on yellow and red, and then we'll have the whole team. So
Can't wait.
How about the whole
Maybe a really dark documentary that we could see one day. Powder Rangers. How they was all on coke and fucking
Oh
up
my
the
God.
show and everything. It'd be
Kidding me?
great.
Or it could be about how they all. It's actually really messed up, man. About how they all picked on and really destroyed the psyche of the Blue Ranger.
Oh
but-
yeah, that's a rough
Hey!
story, man.
Is that a real thing?
yeah, that's a total
Oh my
thing,
God.
man.
He got bullied off set because the producers and everybody were like just clowning on him for simply just being gay. Like most fucked up shit ever. Not being
Yeah.
gay, clowning on him. Let me just quick corrections right there.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I did kind of know that. Maybe I kind of erased it from the memory, but I don't know.
Power Rangers
Yeah,
has a
I
very
mean-
strange and fucked up history. Of course, like, everybody likes to, dog on him for, Black Ranger is the black guy,
Yeah.
Yellow Ranger is the yellow girl. But like, there was the Blue Ranger, the whole like homophobic stuff with the Blue Ranger. And then when Boom Comics first started, they had Yellow Ranger get hit by a car in one of the panels, and she died in a car crash in real life. So yeah, they stay taking L's. This whole fuck,
Damn.
the worst shit ever. Rick Jones
Just
in
a
chat.
little
Cancel Power
insensitive.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, hey,
I mean,
big shout out to Lightning
is
Collection.
that enough to cancel it? Do we have something here? Can we get that popping?
Maybe.
Hey,
Who knows?
you know what? I've been waiting for a long time. Like as soon as cancel culture became like a real strong thing, I was like, I wonder if anybody's gonna try to cancel Jason David Frank. Him and the Red Ranger were supposedly the worst.
Oh yeah,
to him.
they're
So-
beefing always, man. And
Nah,
yeah,
JD,
yeah.
he stays playing. He's fine. He'll work forever. But real,
Hey, man,
we're all getting on tangents, but this just happened yesterday. But it's funny because I was thinking, I was in a store. It was like a fancy kind of like home goods store. They have really cute kitchen tchotchkes and like really fancy, almost like a world market where they have like ketchups and sauces and all kinds of shit from around the world. So I get into the confectioner section with all the fancy sugars, and they have toppings for cupcakes and ice creams. They have the sprinkles. Simon, you know what I'm talking about. But
All right.
they have the little jar of sprinkles, and on the label it says Jimmy's. And my girlfriend gets all excited. She's like, "Oh my God, they have Jimmy's. I love Jimmy's." And she said it like 3 times. And I'm just like, whoa. Can't use that word anymore. This is a real article that came out. Apparently, there's a dark
I love
history behind the
Jimmy's.
word Jimmy's.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, like, man, I really could just throw a huge fit about this right now and maybe ruin this business? Could it be that easy? Like my wheels really started turning. Like, how do I get something out of this for me?
You're gonna be interviewed by like your local news station. I was just there with my wife, and I felt like I had to say something. I couldn't
Right.
let it in. Local actor and social media activist Fabio.
Soft goods connoisseur.
Soft
I
goods
would
enthusiast.
I would own the title of slacktivist. I would actually be appreciated in calling that. 'Cause then
World-renowned podcast host Fabio walks into a world market and causes a fuss over
controversial
Jimmy's.
champion of free speech.
Oh my god.
But to not
Randy
even get into it,
Fox,
just
former
look up,
best friend.
Just look up the potentially problematic history of the word Jimmy's as related to confectioner sprinkles.
Yeah, I'm on Thrillist.com with the great article title. Wait, so are Jimmy's racist or nah? Oh, yeah, great. Give it a read. Give it a read.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I wonder if the person that wrote that article was 20 and younger.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, as long as we remove that word from the social lexicon, I think we'll all be better as a people. That's I think step number 1 into really getting things back on track with the world.
Step 1.
Something we could all do, you know.
Hell yeah. Well, if you're a little bit tired of life here on Earth, try looking to the skies, baby. Because it's time for Mezco. Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah, you had me there. I thought we were going dark. Because again, I keep thinking of this stupid sketch show, but there's one sketch where he's in one of those like old man prosthetic suits or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke of it is that it fucking goes wrong and he hates it. And he's at the end of it, he's just like, I just don't want to be around anymore.
Oh no. Yo, real quick before we get into Mezco, let's read out some of these super chats real quick.
Yes, please.
So Lightspeed hit us with 5 at the beginning of the show. He said, I'm just waiting for the cast to finally call me a friend of the podcast. Yo, big shout out to Lightspeed, friend of the podcast. Hell yeah.
Longtime friend of the podcast. How about longtime friend?
Yeah, basically a family member of the show. Love you guys. Happy Saturday to all. All right, love you guys. Happy Saturday to all watching. Hell yeah, thank you so much, man. My good friend Lightspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, dude.
Going Geek TV hit us with 5 Singaporean dollars. Wonder how much that's worth here. He says, Poncho, we having that when an anime character is about to go berserk angle. Incredible. Yo, my wife was just making fun of the way I look on the podcast this week. She said I look like I live in a basement. She says that this angle makes me look like a degenerate.
What?
Yo, big ups. I specifically changed the angle back to this just for spite. I love you, but also I hate you. So,
Let me tell you something, Pancho. In those little vows you took, there was no word about podcast.
It said in
She's giving you the
and in health, not it. There comes a disagreement about the podcast.
Yeah, I can't wait to buy a house and actually produce the podcast from an actual basement. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what the angle looks
Hell
like.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Let's get that going, and make some room in there for me, because if it doesn't work out, I might just take up that basement.
Absolutely, there's plenty of room here.
All right, cool.
Repeat DC as well. Hit us with 20. Just to recap, he said, "Yo, what's up, homies? Glad y'all are on a streak. Keep it up. Much love. Hell yeah. Glad people are noticing."
Time friend of the podcast.
Repeat DC, man. One of the all-time greats.
Yeah, one of the greats. Yeah, I think
He's a repeat, all right.
Oh yeah. More like 3-peat DC, am I right?
Oh.
3-peat.
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I don't think we've officially said it, but like, yeah, since we've returned to the podcast, I think we've made it like a conscious effort to be on every single week. I think there was only 1 week during like the New Year or something. Yeah, 4th of July that we didn't come on, and that was during like planning for like episode 150 and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Hell yeah. BXTR Works hit us with 10 with forced fist bumps. Hell yeah, man. Always a pleasure.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody, man. Thank you guys once again. We are really, really appreciative of you guys donating to the show. Thank you.
Absolutely. Jamichael Johnson hit us with 5. He said, in efforts to bring light to that history, To that history, the Paul Mooney memes come out of nowhere. Incredible.
Yeah, he's following up his other comment where he's the second I get that interview, getting that store canceled, someone's gonna dig up these Paul Mooney memes and their origin, and I'll be over.
And last but certainly not least, big shout out to Bo Biggs, man. Last week he said he was hunkering down for the hurricane. Update this week, he said, been a long week in the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. Been without power since Saturday and working 18-hour shifts. One of the only things I was looking forward to was the podcast. Thanks, fellas, and peace to all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, Bo. Yeah, keep us updated, man. Hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of posts of people in the hurricane zone getting. There was one dude in the Mezco Discord whose house flooded, and a ton of Mezcos got all soaked. Maybe I'll pull up a picture, but one of his punishers was just ruined. He managed to do a good job cleaning it, but yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, one of our very own close friend of most of us here, Harvey, got hit pretty hard as well.
Yeah, he's not even actually home at the moment, but yeah, he got news that a lot of his stuff got destroyed in the storm.
Shout out to Insano in the Mezco Discord.
Oh, damn, those figures do look insane, I'll tell you that.
Right? And then he did a good job cleaning it, but yeah.
Oh, damn.
Damn. God damn.
You know what? Let's look at the bright side of this, okay? They're not dirty, they're battle damaged.
That's it.
Yeah, man. From the first, he posted a video. I can't play this video because it won't let me pull it up, but it's just a video of his room, water pouring in, the whole collection just soaked. Just terrible. So yeah, it's a real thing out there. That this storm is no joke.
Where was he exactly?
I'm not sure.
What's his address?
Yeah, if you could go ahead and dox himself here for us. Cool.
Local podcast of Pancho doxes a forlorn collector.
It's wild.
Last but not least, Right Click Inc. Gaming hit us with 5. He says,
What up, dude?
Super long week, just chilling, listening to you fellas. Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Good. Right Click Inc. Gaming, one of the regs from my stream.
Oh,
Thanks
beautiful.
For coming here, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, a little spillover from Fabio?
A little, there's a little cross-pollination every now and then, birds and the bees.
Oh, speaking of birds, baby.
Oh, look to the skies, baby. This is what he meant. Look at that.
Brandon's ready to fly, you guys.
Follow the buzzards. Come on.
Super segue. Very good.
That's right. Well, here he is. Films The Crow.
It said Dwight Schrute's favorite film.
Crow. It's a lot of. This was like a moment, in the 90s where just trench coats and all that shit was like really, Matrix fever was at an all-time high. Everybody's running around in trench coats and like strappy, like, gear and shirts and pants with a lot of buckles and stuff on them.
Let me tell you something, brother. There was nothing like a balding man with a long ponytail and a big leather black trench coat.
Yeah.
Nothing like it, brother.
I remember living in Florida. I don't remember what movie I was seeing. I must have been 2nd or 3rd grade or something. And I went to the local theater. Dude there in a trench coat. I mean, he made quite the impression on me. I'm like, yeah, that's the dopest guy here for sure. Look at the length of his coat.
Mom, who is that? The president, possibly?
Fabio left out the part that he was naked in a trench coat.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, man.
Candy at the theaters.
The Crow, man. I mean, this
people
was
upset at me from this past week.
I was going to say, Boog a bit of a hot take when it comes to this property.
Yeah.
Which is
really?
We knew this was coming out, and when we got word that Mezco was going to be doing a Crow, we all agreed that was right up their alley, and it makes perfect sense for Mezco, and that they could do some really cool things, and it just makes sense for Mezco to do this figure.
Right.
But my hot take was that the movie was ass, and everybody's angry at me.
I think that 90s angst that I was talking about is what they're directing towards you there, Boog.
Yeah, I was actually looking for one comment in particular on my YouTube channel where someone just completely tried to decimate me, and I did respond, um, but I can't find the comment now. I was going to read it on air. It was so great.
Oh, you know what? Earlier Boog was like, "Hey, what's something funny that happened? Here's something funny that happened." I was on YouTube and I get a recommendation for a video from 11 years ago of Boog showing his collection, and the whole time it's just like some heavy ass metal playing.
Oh no! Yeah,
Oh,
that's
It's
like
he's like going through the detail, and then it's like, "Bring it down!" And I was like, "Oh
that is
shit, Boog!"
literally the first video I put on YouTube. Hilarious.
that's awesome. Now, as far as this movie though, I think you're right, Boog. I don't know how much I agree. I haven't seen this movie in years, so I really don't remember how much I ever liked it or didn't like it. But I think it is definitely a case of people just remember it a lot more fondly than maybe it deserves, just because of the tragedy surrounding Brandon Lee.
Yeah, a lot of people did say that no, that's not the case, that they're remembering it, as a great flick because they watch it every year. I got like 3 or 4 comments that said
It's a
that,
cult classic, no question.
That's
But
my
it's
wife's favorite movie,
not.
asshole.
yeah,
Right.
that's
Yeah, it's a cult classic for sure. Like, I have a lot of cult classic movies that I think are great, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's because they're great movies.
Ooh, I got the comment, but he didn't. It's I have it in my email.
Is it
but
no?
looks
Is
like
it Nova
great.
Lover?
Yes.
I think he
You
deleted
don't have-
it. I think he deleted
Oh,
it
did he?
because I see it.
What
I
did he-
see it in the notifications, but I don't see it on the video.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll read it anyway. Shout out to Nova Lover. Never in my life on opinions of this movie from release to now have I ever heard the words corny or bad movie. I can take criticism, but excuse you. What the hell is wrong with you? You must be mixing it up with the shit sequels and spin-offs. Or maybe you honestly just have no refined taste. Maybe the only superhero movies you like are Marvel and DC. Not enough CGI and bright colors on screen to entertain you? Question mark. If you don't understand the source material, aren't aren't into all 90s rock or understand the 80s goth movement, yeah, you kind of have no fuck at all idea what you're looking at. Opinions are like assholes. It is true everyone's got one, but this shit feels like you're looking for clicks and clout, being edged just to edge for shock value. If that is not true, you are just honestly a sad, dumb, filthy, ignorant scrub ass plebe. The fuck out of here, lol. Your opinion holds no weights. Like 12 laughing emojis.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
You
my God.
really, man, you slapped his mother with that one, huh? This movie means everything to this
Oh my
cat.
God,
Oh my
dude.
God.
You tried to
You
erase
laid
it.
in, dude.
I did respond. I didn't go nuts on you, but I did respond. But I wish you wouldn't have erased your comments because I don't erase comments off of the videos. I mean, I let it rock, and I'll go back and forth with you for 10 weeks. I'll do it. It's all good. But yeah, it's all good. Like I said, I have not watched the movie since. Let me say this too. I try, even when I go back and forth with people, I try to keep it like, semi-respectful. I try to fight a little fire with fire. I don't go nuts, but fuck out of here, man. Fuck you. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie in years since it came out. When did it come out? 93, 94?
Mid
94,
mid 90s, wasn't it?
94.
94. All right. So in 94, I was 13 or 14. So
You're right in the
I
pocket.
saw it in 94 a few times. I think my older brother showed it to me, or we saw it together. I probably thought it was kind of cool back then. I guess I probably watched it a few times throughout that year. And maybe I saw it again a few years after that, but I haven't seen it since. So I don't know. Maybe I will go back and look at it and see what it is. But me personally, I was never into the goth shit. I never rocked the trench coat or any of that shit. There were plenty of kids in the schools that I went to that was into that type of shit. So it's not like I was not exposed to these type of kids and hanging out with all of these different type of kids and stuff like that. Sure, no problem. But I just remember it being a little on the corny side, and something that was cool for 14-year-old me, but not 40-year-old me. That's all.
I think the best response to that dude, just I mean, he went crazy, but I would have just been like, your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
Dude.
That's not a dude that you want to, really take that opinion from. I mean, that's.
But even with all of that said, it's a pretty cool looking figure.
It's a fine looking. I mean, it's an iconic design. It's a classic, a cult classic character. Let's say, regardless of what you thought of the movie. I mean, this is Mezco's great with stuff like this. If we're looking at the Hellboy, that movie sucked in almost every way, but the figure is fantastic.
I did see somebody mention that this is the Joker body, though. Is that true?
It's probably the updated version that's on like Two-Face or whatever.
Yeah, that makes me a little depressed. But not really, because I don't really care about buying the figure. But I'd like to see them go to distance and give the new bucks to cool properties and have double jointed elbows and shit on characters that could quite possibly wield guns. Now they didn't pack any guns in with him, and I understand why.
No, yeah. So there's a whole thing with the licensing that the Lee family doesn't allow guns to be shown in the promotional material. However, it says fully loaded with accessories shown here and more. So I think this will be a case of like how with Constantine, DC made them take off the gun, but then they were like, "Don't worry, trust us, it's still coming."
All right, so yeah.
They'll give them the guns. They just won't be featured on the packaging.
Okay. All right. I didn't even see that and more. So okay, that
because you're not going to give them the hand, the bullet hole, and not give them the gun. I mean,
right. So I guess he'll have a handgun and a shotgun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got trigger fingers, hasn't he? So
right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. And
I also saw people mention that at the very least you got a cool Sting figure here.
Yeah, for sure. And if you need a baseball bat, the Baker's dozen just came with one, so perfect.
No doubt.
Right.
It's Sting.
My God, it's Sting. That's not Sting. It's just a picture of Sting. Oh my God, it's Sting. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, it's going to be a fine figure. I think the Crow is kind of having a resurgence right now. I think the Lee family is trying to get all their merchandising and licensing out there. So Diamond Select's been doing like a pretty extensive Crow program. One of their exclusives was just the Crow figure with like the chair and everything. So even I'm thinking like, ooh, let's look at some of these Diamond Select props to go with this Mezco Crow.
I'm actually surprised they didn't go for one head sculpt without the paint and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got his Chris Jericho Painmaker mask right here. It's pretty cool.
He just made the list.
The guitar, of course, I think is a dope accessory. I mean, you weren't gonna have it without the guitar, but I mean, it's pretty iconic to the character. But just having a Mezco guitar to give to your Pink Skulls, I could imagine if they do Pink Skulls again in the future, they're gonna come with a repaint of this guitar.
For sure. Is this the first time we got a guitar in the Mezco line? Okay. Yep.
I wonder if the strings will be like nylon strings or if it's just sculpted like that. I think it'd be cool.
Nah, it looks sculpted to me.
Bummer.
I know, that would be sick.
That would be
they'd have to get a really good deal on nylon and then give it with like every figure for the next year to get their money back.
True.
That would have been a very flexy detail, like like the additional swappable strings on the Sentinel Mouse and shit, like super flex,
Right.
Absolutely, super flex move. Sure.
All right, well that is basically it for Mezco. It's been here's the rest of the accessories. It's been a quiet couple of weeks. If you guys, if you subscribe to my channel, I talk about all this stuff weekly as it comes, and
more.
Last week was like just I didn't do a stream last week because I had work, but I ended up catching up on it this week, and it was just like, wow, it really just seems like things are pretty few and far between right now. So we can kind of enjoy this lull of like just pre-orders and not like back-to-back drops at full price. So
We need some
enjoy it
breathing
while it
room.
lasts. September especially is going to be just like end of September into October is going to be just wild.
I like how they were able to reuse the cat. We first saw this cat with Captain Marvel, right?
I think it's a different cat.
It's different.
I
Okay.
think it's a different cat. The pose is different.
Wow, that's their
Yeah,
flex
it's
move.
different. It's a different cat.
All right. We got the cat, the crows, the
Yeah,
lighter.
crow.
That's what I was looking at.
Oh, but
What
these
about
crows
the-
are definitely that pigeon from.
I was thinking that too.
It's not. It's actually not.
Do they
No,
have
it's
the
No.
do they have the cats in the cradle? What's going on?
What about the
And
silver
the
Silver
spoon?
spoon?
spoon.
What about the
Nah,
silver spoon?
I figured that it was just the base of the pigeon, and they, changed the head and color and shit like
Yeah.
that.
It's a
Like,
new head.
So no head.
new head.
Well,
Also the flaming crow outline thing is a little on the small side, right?
it is.
pretty-
Yeah, it's supposed to be real big, but I think maybe. Well, I guess we don't technically know what size it is yet. But if it's gonna fit inside either the large box, I think it'll be big. But if it's gonna go with like the square box, maybe not.
Isn't there
Yeah,
promotional imagery with him in it?
Yeah, but it's like Photoshop, so
Oh,
who knows
okay.
how well it. I mean, it looks kind of big,
That's what they all
But-
say, huh?
right? And everybody is asking about Conan because there's been a lot of delay waiting on Conan, and he's coming soon. He's survived yet another round of delays, but I showed this on my stream. It's an update of this graphic, throwing in the Moss Squatch that went up last week.
Mhm.
This is everything due for the rest of this year, not counting the 10 other things due like firmly in next year. This is stuff that is like in this year, but like maybe into next year.
So
So-
this year.
As of the last round of delays, which was the Predator, the Ghost Rider, and Death Dealer, and Leatherface, these things are still holding at August to October. So soon for Conan and Keaton Batman.
Dude.
All right, we'll see. All right, so that was Mezco. What else we got?
That was Mezco.
Next up is SHF, baby.
SHF. What's going on with them?
A
So
lot
they,
of things, baby. Come on.
that's it. I can think of two. Is there more? Yes?
What are you thinking of?
I'm
What
thinking.
are
I'm
you
just.
thinking of?
I'm just thinking Dragon Ball. There's more. Oh yeah, there's Spider-Man too.
Yeah, baby. Come on. There's 3 Spider-Man.
That's true. All in the same buck.
And do you
Are
want
they?
to throw?
Do I vote?
Do
I voted
do
before.
you want to throw Figma with them as well?
I was gonna put Figma in miscellaneous, but we can talk
Oh, yeah.
Figma too.
Hey,
You
you know
want?
what? Either way.
Okay.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it
no,
right
that's
there.
one.
That's it. So first up, they announced new Spider-Man figures from No Way Home. Of course, we know the nefarious reasons behind this. Spider-Man gets a new suit in every Marvel movie so they can sell more toys. Get with the picture. Get with the program. That's how
Yeah,
it
that's-
works. Big corpos own us every day.
Yeah, this isn't your Toby Spider-Man anymore.
Absolutely.
Marvel
not.
lets them do the film, and they're like, "Hey, brother, you got to give this motherfucker a new suit."
But yeah, he's rocking his like black Doctor Strange suit right here. They also showed a new figure for like
It's interesting who's doing, the red on the gauntlets still and who isn't.
yeah, man. I wonder if like the red will actually be in the movie because like from the one trailer we got, there's no red in it.
Right.
That design gives me anxiety. You see that?
Yeah, look at that.
I don't know why that makes me anxious. I don't like it.
You must have tryptophobia.
Could be
I might.
a little bit.
It's kind of crazy. Wonder
Yeah.
if the Hot Toys is gonna have that level of detail.
Yeah, here
It'll be more.
That's gonna be rough.
and Jeff
More.
rolling in with the softest face sculpt I've ever seen of Tom Holland.
I know they heard about the the Mezco soft head sculpts, and they were like, "Yeah, buddy, move aside. Look
Yeah.
at this.
Or beer.
No, Mezco's is way better than this. Come on.
Yeah, this is no good, man."
Mofex
And this
seems
is
to
the
be
integrated suit, which is different. It's slightly different from the Iron Spider. It's basically the Iron Spider, actually, but with the gold and the blue inverted on the spider, and then the fabric texture instead of like metal for the suit.
Yeah, I was
yeesh.
gonna say this is pretty different. The eyes are completely different.
Yeah. It's
There it
more,
is.
like a fabric
I don't
suit
really
with
like
some
this.
Iron Man-ing, not just a full-on Iron Man suit that looks like Spider-Man.
I don't really like this sculpt, man. It looks really awkward. I don't know. SHF is not getting better at these things to me. I mean, the articulation is there, but Something just looks odd about the sculpt, and that head sculpt is trash.
What looks odd about this?
I think the proportions are strange, man. He's proportioned kind of like an adult, almost. Like I don't know. Like it just seems
the same
like
one.
no, that's like the black suit.
Yeah, but is it the same one that they did for?
I don't.
think they,
No,
I think they had
it's
updated
a new
this.
one.
Yeah, I think they had updated this suit too. I've got this suit from SHF.
Yeah, I need to
believe.
see them side by side when they come out.
I'm
Curious
not.
how
I
different.
don't feel interested in picking up any new Spider-Man suits. I don't know. Maybe when the movie comes out, I'll feel differently. But like,
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
like
not loving the SHF stuff.
it's fatiguing, man. Like after a while, like just relax, man. I don't need like 3 new Spider-Man suits for
Yeah.
one movie. That's crazy, dude. Then you're
Especially
asking,
when a lot of people don't feel we've even gotten like a definitive, just regular Spider-Man suit from Tom
Yeah.
Holland Spider-Man yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think like Poncho said earlier, my biggest issue with this Spider-Man is that like it looks like somebody else's body. Like Tom Holland is not built like that. Like look at the black suit, not the fully black one, the one with like black and red. Like he is not built like that. Who the what?
yeah, his chest, his like pecs are like too yoked.
Yeah, this he's a those and even his thighs are like that boy's thick. Like
That's it.
he's
Yeah,
that boy is thin as hell.
Mr. Williams in chat says the head sculpt looks like a what if version. Incredible.
Damn. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You know what? That head sculpt, that's a good what if Peter Parker right there.
Absolutely.
'Cause that's definitely not real life Tom Holland.
Oh, that's the Tom Holland.
And that Tom Holland
That-
Tom Holland looks like Simon made it out of some sort of like confectioner's like modeling clay. Like this is no good.
It says Hall Tommond.
This is fondant Tom Holland. This is no good, man.
Definitely Cake Wars version of Spider-Man or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Somebody
He's
call
a-
the cake boss and
hey,
let him review
listen,
Yeah,
this.
he's a Starbucks cake pop.
If it was a fucking cake, it would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right. But as an action figure, like I would never look at a cake and be like, yo, that would make a great action figure head.
It's got some serious gloss on there as well.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. It's just like a weird jaggediness to the hairline. You see this?
It's crazy.
It's like you know what? Now it's funny that Simon said that because it's like the thing that makes it even worse is that it's two contrasting things. It's a soft sculpt with like really glossy like coat on top of it, so it looks even worse.
Mhm.
And
Looks
his,
like there's condensation on it.
His eyes look a little dark too. I don't know. But yeah. I think I'll be all right with the Mezco. Thanks.
Oh my god, please stop.
said one man.
Said one man.
Yeah. Well, the upgraded suit. I mean, everyone should know by now I had a pretty high opinion of the Mezco upgrade suit. But
Yeesh.
All right. There was other SHF news though, right?
Yeah,
there's that
there's,
Figma thing, right? Or no?
well, there's Dragon Ball stuff too.
Okay.
Dragon
This
Ball.
guy?
Right there. Yeah, man.
Him?
Look at him.
Is this? Is this the guy?
That's it. That's the guy. This is Lizard Man from Dragon Ball, Tyrant of Space. Frieza. He's getting a he's getting a regular release, man. Frieza has always been a Tamashii Web exclusive. Even before this whole P Bandai thing happened, the only way you'd be able to get him before was if they released him first. His first sculpt came out, you could get him like at regular retailers and stuff, but you know, of course, he was a Tamashii Web exclusive, so once he was gone, he was gone. They did like a loophole thing with him where they technically updated his body to where they gave him like a halo on top of his head as well. That was kind of like a re-release under the Revival of F movie license. Their cool little loophole for that. That was also a Tamashii Web exclusive, so once that was gone, it was gone. But now they're finally just pulling the plug out, and they're all like, yo, man, we're just going to give him a regular release. He's not going to come with like a halo or anything. But he will come with a Dragon Ball for some reason. Like, this is weird. It's weird.
Yeah,
that a
and it's
regular
not even
release-
like it's not even one where you're like, hey, you know, this version of Frieza, he's known for holding that 5th Dragon Ball. It's just like, yep, here it is. He has a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's a weird accessory for sure. Maybe this is like, maybe future regular releases will come with glowing Namekian Dragon Balls. It's just such a strange pack-in. But you know, For the culture, it is incredible, man. A $35 Frieza that you can pick up at Target when you're picking up milk and bread. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, let's get her done, brother.
Absolutely.
Like you know what's crazy, Poncho? Is I'm sure you remember last year. Last year, those Gokus that were at Target, they would sit for months
Yeah.
and months and months. But now they like regularly sell out and restock at all my stores.
Same.
I don't
Same
know
here.
how it is at your stores. Yeah, they like they sell through it and they restock them like regularly enough. Pretty crazy. This is dope. Did you manage to get a pre-order?
I got one through like a local seller, and then I got one on BBTS also.
That's fantastic.
But for these regular releases, it's almost more fun to just like grab them in the wild when I'm picking up like, I don't know, silverware or some shit. I don't know what guys regularly buy at stores.
Yeah, I was up when it dropped on Ami Ami, and I was like, oh shit. I wasn't even really paying attention that night. I don't remember why. I was like doing something else, and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta go get this. And what's his name dropped too? I'm surprised we didn't. We gotta bring that up too.
Cooler.
Fushiguro from Jujutsu Kaisen dropped as
yeah.
well.
He sure did. I still haven't watched that show, but I pre-order everything
Oh
Jujutsu
my
no Kaisen,
God.
so because I know I'm eventually gonna watch it.
And where would that be?
I don't know. Worth a mention. No need to bring him a big.
Yeah, worth a mention. Yeah. That was it was kind of weird because everything was pretty much open for order, even like way later after I saw it, except for Frieza.
Interesting.
Frieza was not given the same treatment as Fushiguro and the two Spider-Men.
So next
Oh
up
yeah, here
is
we go.
this guy right here. This is a preview for the newest event exclusive. It's obviously just going to be a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. Super sick. Yeah, this
Hey, you
is.
stop right there because those are two different things, Poncho. What's going on?
Imagine if he combined them. Oh my god, let's go.
This-
So what were we gonna say, Rick?
It's using Awakening pants.
Yeah, so it's looking like it's the UI Goku with Awakening, and I have an Awakening right here. No, it's just on the UI event exclusive body from last year where it came with a blue shirt. And then it looks like it's just gonna come with like a new head sculpt, maybe some new deco on the face. Could be wrong. But
Were the pants like that? Like they're all ripped up at the bottom.
let me double check. But a lot of people are up in arms with this because obviously it's a Tamashii Web exclusive. It's only going to be on P Bandai, so people are kind of pressed about it. But you know, I don't know, dude. Like I've said it before. Like without P Bandai, the only way you'd be able to get this is if your ass was in New York, right? Like I can't be. Am I crazy? Like this is
Yeah, I can't
infinitely
be the
better.
only one that sees this. Yeah, like
Infinitely better.
why are they doing this? And not just that, but like they've been pretty good about stock numbers. Like it's not like they've been like terrible to get. Like sure, definitely the first day, it's always a pain in the ass online, obviously, because everybody's into it. But you know, usually it becomes fine enough to get. Like you
True.
do a little bit of work, you're gonna be fine. Like it's gonna be annoying, but like you're gonna get it. I don't know.
It's wild. But yeah, the pants are from the UI Goku. They're UI Goku pants for sure. Like regular, like shirtless UI pants, but not
Okay.
not with the blue undershirt part of it. It's just like the orange part of the pants and whatnot. But just basically a retool of everything. His hair is going to be translucent. You know, kind of on the fence about that. I could care. I don't care either way. Like it looks fine. And then it looks like he's gonna have like that pearlescent top coat, similar to how the first Kaioken Goku was painted, the one that was like the regular release as well that you could find in Target and stuff like that. So I thought the paint on that was really cool. I was very impressed by like the pearlescent top coat that they threw on there. So it's cool to see it on another figure like this. Obviously the hot button is like it's a P Bandai exclusive. Yeah, I get it. P Bandai sucks, but like the alternative is having to be at what presumably is New York Comic Con, getting in line, and then just hoping they don't sell out. So I think that's a pretty okay trade off. I can understand people that are in different regions. Of course, unfortunately, this is just a USP Bandai exclusive, similar to that Zamasu. So, like, not even like the boys in Japan or any other country that P Bandai is available and will be able to get that. It's just US stuff. So that does suck. But the silver lining is like you don't have to go to New York Comic Con and be exposed to COVID. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's totally reasonable, I think. But it is what it is, man. Most importantly for this has cemented that Tamashii Nations is basically like punching down at Demoniacal Fit, because Demoniacal Fit just released their third-party version of this figure, and like Tamashii Nations is like, all right, tight. You guys want to dance? Let's go. I'll fucking bury you, dude.
You guys like Goku, huh? Huh?
Yeah, I'll fold you like a piece of paper. You want to go? It's crazy, man.
I want to get fucked up.
Absolutely. But yeah, a lot of people are also like, another like blue shirt Goku, and it's not a Super Saiyan yet. Obviously, they're waiting. That's like their trap card, dog. Like, they're gonna wait until something to release the first appearance Super Saiyan on this buck. Like, it just makes sense for sure. But that's basically it, man. Not much else to say.
All right.
We can talk Figma as well. Throw
What
that
is
in there.
Figma?
I can't find the product page, but I do have a picture pulled up. I'll send it to you. They showed off this new figure. Imagine that. It's the medical journal Skinless Man or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is
Skinless Man.
I thought this was Attack on Titan for some reason.
You'd think, huh? You'd
Incredible.
think.
Yeah.
No,
So
this is literally bodies the exhibit. Right?
absolutely, yes. Yo, I want to know, Simon, what ideas are going through your head right now seeing this? What possibilities?
A flayed corpse, right?
I mean, sadly, as we know, that the Figma, they're slightly smaller than our Marvel Legends and generic figures that we're using. So, but yeah, you can do some more topsies, teaching biology. I mean, they're endless. Like you say, Titans as well. I mean, it's just looks really good. I mean, and we know there should be a KO line as well, which will make it more affordable for me.
Hell yeah.
And obviously, being when the KO version does come out, there obviously their limbs are going to be loose as hell. So I mean, that's a bonus for this type of figure as well, because But yeah, it really. When I saw Informer Cool put up for pre-order, I was like, oh my god, that looks really unique. That's going to be a good one. That one.
Yeah, you can definitely, as you said, it didn't even occur to me that you could just use it for its intended purpose and have like a classroom and a teacher showing something on this body.
Imagine that.
Wow,
Using
like-
something in the way it's supposed to be. Jeez.
I was thinking of every other thing it could be except what it actually is.
He was like, man, we could have he was thinking X-Files, he was really going.
Yeah,
He was
upside
going all out
down,
in
hanging
his
from a
mind.
tree for Predator,
Yeah.
Something.
He's like, oh man, I'm gonna have Punisher peeling back his nails.
No,
Oh my god.
Oh my
Give him a little
God.
French manicure, taking up his cuticles a couple centimeters.
Now
All
you're
right.
thinking, brother. That's the way.
Yeah, the first thing I thought about this was just recreating scenes from the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Super
yeah.
sick. Like, just do like a cutout, like a very elaborate cutout, I guess, of like the top layer of Cyborg like peeling away or some shit, or
Well,
just or
Yo,
anybody.
Koopa Steve with a deep cut.
I know.
They finally made a Fig mid-transformation Hollow Man. Hollow Man
that's
is
what I was
a
just
great
thinking now,
film.
Kevin Bacon. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just thinking that now. Yeah.
That's a good.
you know
film.
what would be dope, since you mentioned Justice League. Let's go a little Batman versus Superman. Get like a bunch of KOs of these. Get like 10 of them. Courtroom scene. They're getting
Ooh.
fried, brother.
Let's
yeah,
go.
or X-ray vision, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, X-ray vision. That's really good too.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Possibilities endless. Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, you just sent me something, right?
Yes, sir. That's the
All
other Figma.
Okay, let's take a look at it.
This is
A new
Chrome.
piece on the recurring series we have.
What is this?
This is another soccer guy.
Oh
What
shit!
the-
You soccer
What do you mean, man?
guy!
This
I hadn't
another.
looked, I hadn't loaded up yet.
This is the next entry into your Shonen Jump lineup. This
Let's
guy,
go.
at one point, this thing was like one of the top 3 mangas for like a long time, like almost 10 years. Now it's back, baby. It's getting reanimated. It's surging in popularity, obviously, because it's getting this Figma. But yeah, man. So if you got a Shonen Jump shelf going, you need this, man.
Literally, who doesn't? Right, Rick?
That's pretty cool.
You know what? Who doesn't?
Follower they got.
Yeah,
Just headphoned up.
that's it. Yeah, this the character design lends itself perfectly to Figma. Crazy.
Okay, but when are we gonna get some Jet Set Radio figures?
We have
did.
them, and they suck.
We did. Ah, damn. Okay.
Hey, they were made by Reveltech.
Yeah, they're not
Really?
good.
Interesting.
Did you sell it, Poncho?
I did, yeah. But now
So
it
you
goes
made
for
it-
like
you oh, you didn't sell it at the high price?
no, I did. But
Okay,
like,
fantastic.
but you know, now the FOMO
they-
is like, oh, now I can have him still. I don't know, man.
They sell for what, like 7 right now?
It's
8?
crazy, crazy.
Pretty terrible pricing. I had one pre-ordered, and then that was the first time Ami tried to stab me in the back, and I lost that out. And then I saw the resale prices, and I was like, "Oh my god, why?"
Oh no. Hell yeah, man! Very excited.
Cool,
for
there he
this.
is.
There he is.
Shaman
Alright.
King, baby.
Next up is McFarlane. Let's
Oh,
go.
we're gonna spend some
Oh,
time here.
The
you
topic
all.
the audience has been waiting
This
for.
is truly the meat and potatoes of the show today, because there's a lot as there usually is with Todd. We'll
Wow,
start
look at
simple
this.
and then we'll work our way up to the
Simple.
what? His first look at his Avatar figures in the 7-inch scale. Yeah, 7-inch scale.
I got an idea.
This is
How about we pose this figure in a pose he can't even hit on the box? Jesus Christ.
Yep.
the bold
And
one.
let's
Bold one, Todd.
awkwardly put his arms like he's riding a jetpack.
Yeah.
Like, why are his arms like that?
A bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
Yeah, it's crazy like how kind of textured he went with it. Like he really like added a lot of detail to it.
Yeah, it's crazy
It doesn't exist.
Right.
It's wild how off model he looks. He looks like fan art I'd see on DeviantArt.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, it's
Off
like
model is a good thing to call it.
Very.
he literally saw a picture of Aang and he was like, "How could we add a bunch of incorrect detail to this thing?"
Yeah, this is an Aang, this is Ong.
Yeah, this is long for sure.
It really
Yeah.
baffles my mind how he goes out of his way to make shit inaccurate. I don't understand it, bro.
You know what it's like,
don't
man?
get-
It's like when, like in the late '90s and early 2000s, whenever Western companies would do anime figures, just like Todd did back then,
Yeah.
they would always like it would go through like this weird mental machine of like changing the style, and it just ends up looking like something crazy, something ghoulish.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, the only thing worth it from this is the little ball accessory. You can give this to your best action.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Hell yeah. That's crazy, man.
But yeah, it's wild.
Didn't they do what's his like his
Appa.
beast friend that he rides on? Appa?
Yeah, they did one.
Yeah, I think that was for the 5-inch line though, right? 'Cause they're doing a 5-inch and a 7-inch line.
It'll work with best action at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure will.
Yeah, I think we did all agree with that. So this is absolutely not going to fit on that figure, though, right?
No
I don't
way,
think
man.
so.
There's no way, man.
Because
love-
it's even
look at-
underscaled for the 5-inch line, so yeah, it'll be better for best action. And then here is his grand nemesis Zuko. Why put Aang on the front?
It's probably just the branding.
You know, not just that, but
Look at
like
this.
I don't like
Cool,
people,
Aang, cool.
I wish these companies did a little research. This isn't even the version of Zuko that anybody likes. Like the version of Zuko that people like, nobody makes. Everybody just makes this one. Like this Zuko's fine, don't get me wrong, but this is not even the popular version.
Very true.
This is like the he's angry and doesn't listen to anyone version.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's just like
Which version
yeah,
do they
switch it
want,
up.
Rick?
He has like the cut hair. He's in disguise. He's
Oh, yeah.
acting like he's somebody else from the Fire Nation, or sometimes he acts like he's from the Earth Nation. Like,
Yeah.
They want a redemption arc.
yeah, the redemption. We're
Yeah.
towing the line between it, you know.
Again, with like the texturing and all that stuff, just wholly unnecessary. Is this
Such simplistic designs, overly complicated for no
Right, yeah.
reason.
I will say he looks better than Aang, but not. I
Yeah,
don't know.
this reminds me. I used to go to school with this kid who would draw like stick figure comics, but all his stick figures would have very detailed hands. I don't fucking get it.
Oh my god!
It's the most unnecessary thing ever.
What was the comic called? Dexterity? Jesus Christ!
Let me tell you right now that guy is a serial killer.
It sounds like you went to school with a mass murderer.
All right, real quick, that was him.
Was that Aang looks a little like Caucasian. I don't know. Whereas, American animators and companies and they tend to do that a lot too. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They gotta license this out or something.
Maybe I'm reaching a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so that was Avatar. Let's get into some DC multiverse stuff. Some kind of good, some pretty bad. This one got a lot of people talking, but not about the figure. Everybody wants this throne.
Yeah, man, that shit is dope.
Hey, before we show everybody in the audience a dead body, I just want to say, that when Todd said that his figures, his products are the best value on the market in terms of, plastic capita, he has not lied. Like, no. I cannot believe this is $20. It's unbelievable.
True.
Unbelievable that you get this big ass figure and a chair for $20. It's unreal. I can spend $20 on a Morpheus chair from 10 years ago right now. So it's pretty great. Anyway, continue to drag this man through the mud. Let's go.
Right. So this is Justice League Darkseid War Power Suit Lex, specifically called Blue Power Suit. So we're getting a different color.
Where'd they get the blue from? I don't see why they'd call him that.
Just classic Toddness of like, hey, let's take the craziest character design for this character, and that'll be the figure we make.
I wonder if that S is accurate, because it looks like it was drawn on by a crayon, dude. Crazy.
That looks That looks like little Kendall just drew that shit right now.
I feel like we're making more baking jokes than we usually would because Simon is here, but this legitimately looks like cake fondant.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
like
that's
cake topper. This looks like
you know.
That's frosting. That is.
This looks like when those guys show up on toy pages and they're like, "This is my first custom. Don't flame me."
Oh no!
That's what that S looks
the S
like.
myself. Could you tell?
Yeah, and then you got those nice guy in the comments like, "Hey, bud, maybe you could work on that S a little bit more."
This is a guy who doesn't thin his paints.
I guess it is no coincidence that this is the episode with the most figures that look like cake and cake toppers, and we have Simon.
Yeah, seriously.
No, and we got Simon here. What a coincidence! It's meant to be, man.
Yeah, I mean the throne is sick. The throne looks like legit, worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about this is that he's given us the same, body essentially, just a couple details changed up, different color, whole new Lex.
Oh. Whole new Lex.
Whole new, whole different.
New Lex.
New Lex. Who is? Boog.
You get a new upper torso, and new gauntlets, and the new head, obviously. But the rest of the suit, I believe.
I can see that throne being Kang's throne for a lot of Marvel Legends.
No, that's gonna be my other Darkseid throne for Zack Snyder Justice League Darkseid
for your Mezco Darkseid that will not be able to sit.
No, for the McFarlane one for the movie.
Got you. All right.
That'll be. I can see a lot more people using that for that than.
Would that work for the NECA Phantom as well? Would it?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, you know what that would be really good for? Because we've seen an image like it for The Rock is a Black Adam.
Oh, okay.
It's got that Omega logo on it. It's
I do like the color of this. You know, this is kind of the classic power suit Lex, style of look that we like to see Lex in. So this is cool. I just saw somebody make a really sick Lex Luthor custom, actually, with like basically the same
Why?
color.
Hold on a second. Go back to the in the box pose. Why does he look like Beyonce or some
Oh,
shit?
brother.
Oh my God! All the single ladies, what's happening?
All your figures are in a box to the left, baby. Let's go.
Oh my God, what's going on?
He's meant to look maybe like the picture. Look at the picture here.
Jesus
Oh my God.
Nah.
That's not even close.
It's same energy for sure.
A little bit.
Very,
Alright.
very flamboyant for Lex here.
Right. Pretty cool. I do like the actual Lex head sculpt though. This is
Yeah,
one of
man.
the good ones.
Sculpts
This
are,
is like,
sculpts are on point.
yeah, the head sculpts for sure for anything that's not based on an actor likeness.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right.
Just everything about the proportions and everything. The hands are super tiny. Like these are like some really not good sculpts, Todd. Come on, bro. What's
Look at
going
these
on?
tiny little hands.
It's crazy.
Got tiny
He has
little
other
hands.
hands packed in that I think are the
He's
correct size.
in a fucking power suit, meaning that his regular body is inside of a suit. It's a pretty form-fitting suit, but how can your hands be tinier? Like that's insane.
Yeah. This is Charlie's uncle, the lawyer from Always Sunny, in his hands.
Stupid.
When we take a picture, could you put your hands over mine?
And why would he even need hand sculpts that are even open like that? Like, just give him the fist. Like, what is
He has a fist and an open hand, but yes, he does not need these gripping hands. All right.
So 1993. What's going on, bro?
All right, well, it keeps going because Todd McFarlane revealed the biggest, the baddest, assest Batmobile to date, the Batmobeast.
Hey, is that Rob Zombie's Dragula?
This is
Yo.
dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Batmobeast.
Exactly, man. You got this. You aced the assignment, brother.
Is this actually comic accurate? This is something that happened from the comic?
Apparently, this isn't just a vehicle book. This is Batman.
It is Batman.
This
Oh,
is
it is
Batman.
Batman.
It
Yeah.
is Pixar's Cars Batman.
Yeah.
Did you hold on a second? Are we gonna watch this video?
Yeah, we should watch the video.
Oh man, let's see it. Let's see it.
Yo, the video is great.
Yeah.
It's pretty short.
This is wild, bro. This is wild.
Look,
There's
look how
no
big
way
that
of-
vehicle is already, right?
There's
You
no way
think
one
that's
of his
as big as it
figures.
gets.
There's no way one of his figures fits in there. There's no way.
Apparently, like the chassis like comes off and you put him inside.
Why would you put him inside? The windows aren't transparent.
They kind of are
Are they?
a little bit. Does he not have an out of? Yeah, that's what he's saying. It comes out, but does he not have like an out of box example? Like, come on, dude.
No, there's only one. It's
And
in
he's
the box
like,
already.
He's like, come here. I'm gonna show you why I'm the fun boss.
I'm the fun boss.
This is the smallest person we have. I'm not Michael
Yeah.
Scott, I swear.
This is our smallest employee. Is how he introduces her.
Incredible.
Oh, no. That's not right, bro.
Whoa! And he's like, look how much bigger it got.
Look at her face. She's just like, fuck, man, let me work.
Yeah, is this
Right.
worth $13 an hour? God, let's.
Look, I'll put a figure next to it.
Oh,
Look how much
She's like,
bigger.
she has that look on her face, like if I don't do this, he's gonna go on a cocaine, like anger, yell at me. I gotta smile through this.
It's Todd writing his own post. Biggest McFarlane toy ever. The Batmobeast from the Meatles comic from DC. Todd.
Meatles.
Todd.
Meatles.
Needles. My man can't even spell metals.
Dark Knight's death metal. All right. Biggest ass toy is what he calls it.
Hold on. This is current. That's typo is still there right now.
Yeah, as of 3 days.
Damn.
Nah, Todd's more of a fire and forget kind of guy. He doesn't remember. He probably doesn't remember this at all.
He absolutely did not warn her that any of this was going to happen either.
No.
He just walked into her office and she's like, Jesus Christ, what does he want now?
I swear I'm
I
getting
mean,
that rundown
camera's
for you
on.
right
You're not
now,
gonna make me
Todd.
look foolish right now.
No.
I'm getting that rundown.
Please don't bother me.
Todd is Homeboy's character from The Office. Just
Yeah, he's 100%. He's Michael Scott.
It's fucking wow.
He is just an affable nitwit, let's say.
Basically.
He means well, but the way he goes about it is just
sure.
socially unacceptable.
He's got the passion. We can't take that away from him. That's for sure.
But that being said, he would show up to this employee's art gallery and be the only person from the office who came.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he'd give her the chunky.
Yep.
Right.
Is did he give us a retail price for this thing?
Wow, it's the biggest ever. So
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
think he did.
I wonder how much it would be. Maybe like 40? Maybe?
yeah, it's maybe 40, 50. We'll get to that because his price points. There's a lack of consistency sometimes. I mean, I guess the vehicles are like 25 to 30 usually.
Yeah, the
So if
vehicles
it's
are
like-
in the price range.
So if it's any less than 40, I think it'll be on model.
Yeah, I think 40 is like the sweet spot based on his drug fueled pricing model.
But like, this is a tough one. This isn't like, okay, I can use this Batmobile for like a ton of displays. This will be a great background car. This is one, I don't know.
Well, I just need another Batman for my display. Don't get it twisted. He's not just a car. He's actually
That's
Batman.
true.
This is like I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but this is the type of like toy that like they only sell at Costco
Yes.
during Christmas. Like that's that kind of toy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
real quick, while we're on the topic of cars, Tachyon Transmitter hit us with 5. He said, love the show as always. On the topic of vehicles, is there an affordable 1/12 scale car you guys use for shots? Diecast convertibles on eBay or stupid money? Yeah. Gay Toys has got you
Simon,
covered, baby.
You're the man to ask, Simon. Come on.
Either Gay Toys or the Bruder stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brooder's like, isn't it like a 1/14th, I think, Brooder. So you have to manipulate the shot a little bit to make it work. But yeah, Brooder definitely would be my brand to go for. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you could find,
Henry Beltran does some great repaints of those Brooder vehicles.
yes, for sure. If you could find any of the Gay Toys or get the Bruder stuff and get somebody to repaint it, and or some of the old Bratz cars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Even
you're
some
gonna
of the
do some
Barbie,
repainting.
the Barbie stuff works as well.
I've been looking for one of those Bratz cars for my pink skulls because they made a pink version of it and I want it.
Oh,
very nice.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what type of car it would be. It's like an old
It looks like a cat. I think it's officially
Cadillac.
branded as a Cadillac. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like a Cadillac. Yeah, that one is perfect for a lot of different 1/12 displaying for sure. Yeah.
RC cars work too. I know Walmart has like a specific off-brand one that is just a 1/12 like Corvette. They're like usually like $15, and around Christmas they're like 10. So it's like very
you
inexpensive. Also like WWE
And
stuff.
we did
Yeah.
just see the WWE stuff. Yeah.
All right, so that is the Batmo Beast. Everybody's going to be working it into their displays for years to come.
Truly.
Oh yeah. Well, what's the name of that? What's the name of that set with Braun Strowman? He comes with the
The Slam
the messed up. No, he also comes with the car. Remember?
Yeah, it's the convertible. Yeah, the red car. Yeah,
Yeah. I
the
forget what
car
that
that
is.
belonged to Michael Che and Colin Yost of Saturday Night Live.
Damn.
I will say, if this is one of those things you can just take the chassis off, maybe there's something you can do where you can just put a new chassis on it and have just like a generic monster truck or something, or like a Lincoln truck or something.
At the very least, you could break this shit down and use the parts for background shit for a display. The wheels, I could see that little exhaust pipe there, and
Right.
it could work.
All right. So that's the Batmo Beast. Everybody get excited. It's massive.
Yep, coming to a small employee near you.
Yes. Get your children to hold these things.
Find your smallest coworker and make sure she holds it.
All right. Finally, not finally. This is second to finally, but
Well, let's save this for last because I got a lot of tips.
Rick is gonna be in someone's HR department with that type of talk.
all right. So second to last will actually be this unmasked Batman 66.
Okay.
All right.
Looks terrible.
God, why does this look so bad?
Look at that crotch. Oh,
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Mayor West, we've got every available
You know what's
officer looking
wild?
for the Griffins. We just don't have any leads.
damn, even
I'm not
those
talking
guys-
about the Griffins. I'm talking about the rest of my light bright pieces. My name isn't Adam Wee.
Stupid.
Yo, even these little clip-on like cutout things look fucking awful, bro. Oh,
What?
man.
What about that looks awful, Boog? In detail, go.
Now, Boog, what do you know about this? What do you know anything about?
Look at these hips. These are terrible hips. I don't think these hips are going to move out. I think these are forward back hips only.
Well, these
Oh,
hips tell nothing
no.
but lies, Fabio.
Dude, unless it has the DC Universe Classic style, but I don't know.
Damn, this looks bad. Fuck.
Boog can't even handle it. His disappointment is immeasurable and his day is ruined.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, cool.
All right, well, that's that.
Get
Let's
this
get
off
into
the
the Batman we all actually want to talk about.
Yeah, man. Here we go.
Shared via video. First look. Let's see if I can find the actual video too, because we love our Todd McFarlane videos.
I like that they're always really fast, so we're not
Yeah.
like some fucking long ass winded shit.
Just
Right.
2 minutes.
Hey everybody, it's Todd. I'm in my kitchen. Why is he? That's a nice counter.
He's
Oh,
Todd
that's-
McFarlane. First of all, everything he owns is net.
You guys thought the Dracula was crazy? Check this out.
So he's like, "Hey, I got this new Batman figure. Look at that. It looks just like my art. Remember when I drew Batman Year 2?
I'm an
Okay,
artist.
well-
You remember that
Whoa.
time I drew that thing?
Whoa! I drew that, right? Okay.
To his
See
credit,
it?
it looks like the drawing.
It does look like the drawing. And look, there's your Batman. But you're like, but Todd, that's a DC Multiverse box, and that is clearly a statue. What kind of fast one are you trying to pull on us? And then he's like, well, you can actually take the plastic hard shell off of it, and then you can put the arms on, and then the soft goods cape, and boom.
Unbelievable.
The game is changed forever by
Truly.
Todd.
The arms don't even
Look
go
at
to the stomach, bro.
This is like, I'm sorry, I cannot take. There's so many of them too, man, and some of them are close personal friends. I hope you're not watching the show because I'm about to trash you. I cannot understand how people collect this line. This is no good. This is
If you don't know
terrible,
anything better,
man.
then sure.
Yeah, this is whack, bro. I forgot who it was, but somebody had the audacity to go on Plastic and Paint and post this thing and said, "Yo, who picked him up? I missed out," or something like that. And I was
Oh
like,
my
what?
God.
And they weren't joking.
The
I forget who it
call-out.
was. I was like, what the hell?
No. You dox them right now.
What's going on, man? You need an intervention. Somebody's got to show this guy's the clean life of another action figure line, 'cause this is no good.
Again, maybe break this shit down for parts, and like the cowl and the cape could just be like a shell and like
This is.
some encasement for a display or something. I don't know, bro.
I might take it for the cape. The cape actually looks kind of nice.
What?
No.
Well, not the big collar on it, but the actual like fabric on there. It's probably there's a pattern you can get out of there somewhere.
Fabio is such a fabric slut. Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
really is.
But here's what's
slut.
crazy.
Bro.
Here's what's crazy. Look at the boots. He doesn't even have like the Batman boots. He has just like flat boots.
It's boot
Yeah,
cuts,
Those
baby.
are some. You know what those look like? Those look like Migo boots.
Yeah, dude. Like
Literally,
I don't know.
literally, that's what it looks like.
And then like just the flat painted like gauntlets here, but with the gray pins still going through them. Like this is just weak, dog.
Yeah, I didn't even
It's no
notice the
good.
gray pins. Holy
Look at
shit!
that.
So gray pins.
Right? Let's take a look. Let's take another look here. Because they're
You know what this is? Like, you know, people are saying that this like sold out. Like the signed version sold out, obviously, because as the allure of being signed by Todd McFarlane.
right. So yeah, that was the other thing we were getting into. It's a $50 regular version. They're both gold label. They come with the same things, but the $50 version does not come with the Todd McFarlane signature. $70, you got Todd McFarlane's signature on the card.
$10 for a signature isn't the worst deal in the world.
$20.
Oh, 20. That's still not the worst. Still not the
No.
worst thing. But you know, people are saying that the regular version is sold out too, which is wild to me. But like, also, this is like the perfect like figure for, you know, someone's wife or someone's family member to buy for somebody that doesn't know shit about anything, and like, and not in a negative way or anything. It's just like it's the perfect like casual bait for like, oh shit, my guy, like somebody in my life loves Batman. I'm thinking about them. This thing looks cool. Sure. This thing is like what? Only $70. This thing looks like it could cost $100 or $200. Holy shit!
Wait, but for $10 more, you can get a Mezco Batman.
Oh my god. Well, a Mezco Batman isn't. You're not going to find that at Target next to the
not anymore.
DVDs.
Not anymore. Well, yeah, not at retail price. But.
It's crazy how he regresses. Like, it's so funny. I have this old toy from when I was a kid that was made by McFarlane. It's like a grifter on this like weird base, and the base looks identical to this Batman's base. Even like the same shape. Like,
wow.
God, man.
Yeah, this is definitely like
times, brother.
I feel like this is also for the McFarlane collectors or people who have like jumped on to a DC collection in the McFarlane era and don't know any better. You know, a lot of like pandemic era collectors, essentially, just people who are jumping on kind of late. You know, this is what's available out there. This is what's on retail. They don't know the vast history of DC Universe Classics. They don't know DC Icons. They don't know DC Direct and everything that they tried and failed to launch. They don't even know about the 6 months that NECA had the license and did those 2-packs and came out with a better Batman, multiple better Batman than this. But they look at this compared to everything that Todd's given us to this point, which is like crazy versions of Batman and very modern versions of Batman. Like the first Batman they did was like a super modern generic Batman. This is like, I feel like what those people have been like, oh, you know, I wish Todd would give us like a good classic original Batman. Boom, here it is. They know you've wanted it. They're paying, you know, you're getting $50 to $70 out of them for it.
Two things. They also don't know that Mafex is probably putting out some of the best DC stuff, no matter how much I make fun of Snuggy Batman and shit. And also, I was trying to mention before, why is that Batarang so fucking big?
It's huge, dude. It's huge. Look at it in his hand right here.
It's as big as his arm. Jesus.
He's holding it just like I'm holding my water bottle right here.
The real Fatarang right there.
Oh, I don't know if the screen share is actually showing that. My bad.
Yeah, no, it was the other. That's what made me bug out. Was the other picture with him holding it? I'm like, yo, that shit is fucking crazy. Why is it so big?
Let me sure I'm shaking my actual screen. There we go. Instead of the application window. Look at that. Come on, brother. Look at that.
It's the wrong screen.
We can't see anything.
Can't see anything except
what?
Your chat, whatever that was. I don't know what that was.
Oh my god.
It was Reddit.
Oh, I did the wrong screen. My bad. There we go. Look at how huge that Batarang is in his hand.
Wow, it looks like a fucking jumbo slice in New York City.
Yeah, it looks like a calzone.
Oh my god, it does.
It's a calzone. That's in the building.
Oh,
I'm about to get some Chicago pizza tomorrow. I'm so excited.
That's not real pizza, baby.
It's double. It's all in or all out. But yeah, this is wild. I don't know. Really, I mean, if you're talking Mafex, like you said, Boog, I mean, for what $30 more, you can get any of the Mafex Batmans, right? Maybe not now because it's aftermarket, but
yeah,
there's re-releases all the time and new colorways. So if you're trying to spend $70 on what you think is a definitive Batman, I would implore you to search for another 30 in your couch and get something way better than this.
Yeah, you can go on a Mezco page and find a deal.
Oh, 100%, yeah. But I'm saying, like, if you're trying to pay $50 to $70 for a Batman, like, just dig deep and try to find a little extra, and you'll get easily 10 times better than this for not more than twice as much.
Yes, sir.
All right. That is
that was Mr. McFarlane.
I think that is it for McFarlane. Yeah.
Thank God.
Oh, I guess this just came up. There's a helmeted version of that Zuko we just
No,
looked at.
we can't go over this anymore.
No, this is different. This is new. This is,
No.
Imagine
there's a different sticker on it, Boog. It's different.
Come on, bro.
The gold label.
Sparrow. What's the next topic?
The next
That's,
is let's talk. I'm so glad you're still here, Bug. Let's talk Super Sam and SpongeBob. While you pull those up,
hell yeah.
while you pull those up, let me read off some super chats real quick. Let's see. Pock photos. Kuya Pock in the mix. Hit us with 5. Hit us with 5. He said, "Well, Rick mentioned ponytail and balding head with a trench coat. Was he talking about 2001 Undertaker?" Incredible.
Oh my God.
I mean, hey, if the bandana fits, brother. Come on.
If the
get
Limp
that
Bizkit
music,
theme song
Limp Bizkit.
fits, brother.
That's 2021 Undertaker too.
Yeah, man, he's still doing that shit where he's covering up his hair with the damn bandana. Like, you're balding, man. Every rose has its thorn. Come on, didn't you learn anything?
Tim Smith.
Here they are.
Tim
Here
Smith
we
hit
go.
us with 5 as well. He said nothing but love for the crew. Catch y'all on the rerun. Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
T.
Thanks,
Smith,
dude.
baby.
Jamichael hit us with 5 as well. He said with MCU doing multiple suits by the time they do Spider-Verse, Tom will have worn every single suit. And I was price checking Frieza when it went up.
For sure.
For sure, dude.
Michael, how about every suit? Yeah, man. I'm just, really, like, you know, what you remember when there would be multiple suits in a movie, but you wouldn't see like the pre-order for the other suits until like after the movie or something like that, so that you didn't get like spoiled or that you didn't know that there was about to be a million different suits.
Right.
I'm down to go back to that if you're gonna give this man like 4 suits in one movie. Come on.
Yeah, for real. And last but not least, Andrew Gladwell hit us with 5 as well. He said, "How can all of Todd's lines be so inconsistent and bad, yet his new response stuff has been great? The man makes great statues. Stay in your lane."
It's true.
Yeah,
Well,
you know, it's like it's funny because he kind of got called out at like at a toy panel at San Diego Comic-Con a few years ago. It was done by Jerry Macaluso, the guy that does Soda Toys. It was done by Gene St. Jean, and somebody brought up McFarlane, and he was like, "Well, the thing is that Todd sculpts an entire thing on its own and doesn't consider the articulation and adds the cuts, and where everybody else does it the exact opposite. They already know that there's going to be cuts involved. They know that there's going to be articulation that has to be made, so the design is like tailored to the fact that you understand that. And Todd is just different. Todd sculpts the entirety of the thing and then cuts it up, and that's why it looks like shit."
True.
Yeah.
It's like you said, you know, it's like statues. He's great with statues, which is what he's doing. He's essentially like sculpting a regular A pose statue, and he's like adding cuts to it, and it just turns out weird.
Yeah, and adding that ball joint in the middle of just a regular horizontal cut does not
Exactly,
make good
man.
joints.
It's no good.
All right.
Yeah. Somebody's got
Speaking
to
of no good,
Yes. Speaking of no
gotta ask him what he likes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what other lines do you admire? What are you looking at? You know?
Bond.
I like
Yeah.
to
That's what he likes.
hear that.
Pick his brain.
Fine.
Ask him what regular sized employees do you like?
Stupid.
so
Here we go.
SpongeBob.
Let's go. Bug, we know you're the biggest SpongeBob fan here. What do you think?
Oh God, I hate SpongeBob.
Oh my God.
Only because it's I was forced to watch so much of it. Like Kendall, when she was younger, like would watch this shit on like replay after replay, rerun after rerun. Just watch all the episodes 100 times each. Like it was crazy. So
Shout out to Kendall.
so
My God.
I am just SpongeBob out. But again, Super 7 hitting us with some great accessories, but this shit is expensive for what you get in here.
Yeah,
What
man,
the
they're pricey.
This is
This
crazy.
shit is expensive.
Yeah, I know I said a couple of shows ago, maybe like earlier this year, that a dream figure would be a great SpongeBob. This is not it.
Yeah, it's confusing. I don't know how much articulation this will have versus like just the poses are pre-posed and you swap them out. You know, like with the arms here. Like obviously he's not going to bend at the elbow. He has a pre-bent elbow.
Yeah. That's super
But
weird.
it seems like the hands have like a hinge in them too.
I think the thing that sucks the most about this line it's that you give Sandy those damn karate chop hands, but you don't give them to SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Like, then what
Yeah.
the? She only uses those with him when they're doing the karate shit. So it's like, okay, cool. She has accessories that don't make sense because you don't give them to homie over there. Although, I mean, they got to get some credit. They gave you a bubble buddy. I
That
don't
is
know,
true.
man. That's pretty nutty. I don't know. I mean,
I
the
wonder.
Gary.
I mean, it would have to be different tooling to get these gloves swappable onto her, and then also swappable onto SpongeBob. So it's
I
not
guess
like they could
so.
have just redone these and given them in red for SpongeBob or whatever color they were.
I guess so. I guess so.
But
There's ways, man. There's ways.
yeah,
How about the
yeah, the
ways?
base is sculpted there. They would just have to like fix the actual tooling inside to make it
Yeah.
attach. But yeah. And Jermichael Johnson is right. They made a $50 SpongeBob with no Krusty Krab gear, not even like his. You can't even like attach his name tag or something.
Well, first of all, the Krusty Krab is unfair.
Mr. Krabs is in there.
Standing
Absolutely.
at the concessions.
Plotting his oppressions.
You know,
Dude, I mean,
some of these are very specific scene accessories too. Like, when do you ever remember? Oh yeah, Sandy and acorns. You remember that? Like, no. Like the one scene where SpongeBob puts on the glasses and like that music plays, like the dun 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 dun.
And he doesn't even have the right expression. For the
No, he
glasses.
doesn't.
It's so
No,
weird.
yeah. So it's like, you know what? Just get rid of them. Like when he jellyfishes, he never wears them besides that one episode. Like, could have gotten rid of those, given us the slap hands, you know.
I wish they just would have gone all like. It seems like they did go all in on like the Bubble Buddy episode type deal. Like, it comes with a whole new like head for Bubble Buddy. Like 2 of his hands are Bubble Buddy hands, and then of course he comes with a Bubble Buddy. But like, I don't know, man. Like highly articulated SpongeBob figures could be really cool. Like,
yeah, I feel like this is like, you know, Nickelodeon, or I think Nickelodeon either owns Playmates or, you know, they do a lot of the licensing for Playmates, like with Ninja Turtles. I feel like Playmates would be pretty good for like an expansive SpongeBob line at retail price with a lot of swappable parts and a lot of variants and stuff like that.
Did we talk
I don't know
about?
I don't know how easy it is to make SpongeBob a premium brand, you know?
Yeah.
Did we talk about also Reveltech would do good SpongeBob figures?
Yes.
Oh hell yeah, that's the
That'd be
dream right
sick.
there.
But did we talk about this Wally from
No, man, I wanted to bring that up last week. Mattel has like an expensive line of Disney figures that just like is like slowly being released right now, and the first wave is a Woody and a Wally.
Yeah.
And they look unreal. I was gonna bring them up last week and I forgot, and the show had already ended, and I was like, I don't even want to bring it up. When the show is done, we're all usually like hungry as fuck or like about to shit our pants, and we just want to get the hell out of here. Like, I've been to the bathroom in 5 hours. Bye.
Yeah, sure. All of us are like that, right?
I mean, I've nearly pissed myself laughing.
Yeah.
because I'd held it for too long and we got kind of crazy.
Yeah, Poncho.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Hey, you like that Hawaiian shirt? Huh? Validation.
Yeah, so I hope. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, I want this to succeed. I would love to see a long running, you know, super collector focused SpongeBob line, but I don't know that this has that appeal for the toy era, or like collectors who grew up in the era of when everything had fucking toys, you know?
Yeah,
Where
I
every
think
cartoon was specifically a toy commercial. I don't think SpongeBob is that, and if it is for some people, I don't know that they're at the age to be in the Super 7 price range of action figures.
Yeah, I think
feel
at this
like-
price, it's really rough.
I think specifically people like this is for specifically people my age, because I remember when SpongeBob like premiered, I was maybe 10 or 11 or something, and I feel like people much more put together than I am right now currently have the expendable income to spend $50 on a SpongeBob figure.
But will they? But what I'm saying is, because SpongeBob isn't of the generation of toy commercial animation, you know,
Well,
I don't know that the people who grew up with SpongeBob will have grown up with the need or the conscious like barrage of assault of marketing to get you to buy product for it. Maybe like
True.
shirts and stuff like that. But I don't know that anybody who like maybe grew up with SpongeBob toys has been looking for like their SpongeBob childhood toy HD remaster.
True. To counter that, I would say that maybe they're not even leaning into that. They're leaning more heavily into Super 7's like designer toy kind of like atmosphere and like ecosystem where like, people my age, like, I'm not gonna lie, we try and like try and look smarter than we are. Nothing says I'm smart like a designer toy on your shelf. And so like, this stuff kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it would speak to people my age. That I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I think at $39.99 would have been a good price. I'd have been like, oh, you know what? That's not bad. It comes with a lot of stuff, but I don't know, man. At $50, it's rough.
50's crazy. And it's funny you bring up the Playmates line, Fabio, because like these have the exact same articulation that a $10 version of this figure would have.
Yeah, that's what makes the 50 so rough. Like, yeah, you get all those accessories, so it's like Fabio was saying, it's like you swap on the parts and you're recreating the scene, so you don't necessarily have to have that articulation, I guess. But if it's at $50, like it's hard to justify.
For real.
True.
All right, that's I believe it for Super 7.
Yeah, I think so. Well, hell yeah,
Soup or 7. Which will you have with your entree, sir?
Well, I'll have a little bit of the soup, and I'll have the limited soup or 7, because I don't want to spend $50 on each.
I don't want the soup or 7. I want the regular one.
All
right. What else we got?
That's it. Hey, good night. Hey, welcome to the after show. How's it going?
Hey, welcome
to the after
Simon's
show.
Still here. Simon made it all the way.
Yeah,
Simon
wow, what a trooper,
baby. We're talking. What are we talking? We're talking movies and shows.
We're talking pickups first.
Yeah.
Simon, you picked up anything good this week?
Simon.
Or recently? Open it up. It doesn't have to be
recently, I got Universal Monsters Frankenstein.
Hell yeah.
The black and white variant
from NECA,
and the latest Jason Voorhees from New Blood.
Which is
hell yeah. It's the best. It's the best version they brought out so far from NECA, easily.
Yeah,
That's
I've
awesome.
seen the shots you were taking with that Frankenstein, all top notch stuff,
Frank,
man.
baby.
Thanks, man. Yeah, he's also that Frankenstein's it's a killer figure. I can't wait for the other lines to come out. But yeah, it's so photogenic. Really nice.
Yeah, I guess we haven't really gotten into some NECA news recently because they've been cranking out these Universal monsters. They just showed the Mummy as well.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Very nice.
I don't think I got anything this week. I don't believe I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and say no. But I did want to bring up just a quick bit of NECA news because this was making the rounds. Is the Usagi Yojimbo.
I did want to talk about this. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. You don't have like a very highly articulated Usagi, so this is pretty sick. Whenever I think of Usagi and like articulated figures, I think of Punker Mike's custom Usagi that he debuted in Photo Combat, I believe. So,
there's no question. He was the proof of concept for this. And this has worked more or less. One of Spencer Witt's, friends, like one of those, like we were saying, he's part of that whole crew, if you can call him that. I don't know. Just
actually,
anyway,
I think he posted the Wally picture. I was trying to figure out who posted it too.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he did a quick little photo map of it.
He did. He did.
The Playmates version, eh?
Oh yeah.
No, this is the NECA. Oh, that's the Playmates. Okay.
Yeah.
Playmates gets the job done for sure.
Yeah.
Play with those mates, brother. Come on.
This is the Wally, right? No.
It's up. It's right above, very top. Last photo he put up.
This boy.
Boom, boom. There he is. Wally.
Pixar Spotlight series.
So it was. Wasn't it Revoltech that had put out the last good Wally too?
Yes.
Yep. Super expensive and
wow,
incredibly hard to find.
This is the line. Is that soft goods on that Woody?
I believe so. Yeah.
Now
Fabio wants to talk about this one.
I've been looking for a pervy figure for my collection.
Ooh, yeah, look at that articulation, man. Jesus
Pretty
Christ.
cool.
Really nice.
Yeah, man, I need these. These are also not cheap, by the way. I
Yeah,
think these
they're
are
40.
retail $40. Yeah, like you see, that's what I
Not bad.
said. You know, the $40 price point. Like this is what I mean. Like with the SpongeBob, like I can justify these $40. You know, not bad. I think like anything more than that is a bit much. Like you gotta knock me over the head with something amazing at
They've
50
really
bucks.
gone to town on that weathering it on Wally as well. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like who's doing weathering like that now? Like not even
Yeah.
McFarlane is painting like that right now. Look at all those accessories. My God. Yeah, I can't wait to buy these.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
look pretty great.
What's he saying in the post there? Did he get these early or did he just?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he got the first look courtesy of Mattel.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, he did another pass of Usagi as well. Classic comic look.
Very
Those
nice.
Jimbos, man.
That.
Pretty cool. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that NECA is incredibly necessary. Shout out to
Yeah.
Stan Sakai for approving that.
Yeah, so most specifically, this is even though he's been in Ninja Turtle, they have specifically the Usagi Yojimbo license for it. So they'll be doing
Oh, nice.
Yes,
stuff
sir.
from the comic.
Really cool. Okay.
Looking cool. Yeah. And then another kind of interesting thing is they're doing it's the 40th anniversary of Evil Dead, and they hit us with a teaser of just regular Ash from the first movie,
Yeah.
which
Man,
they've
if they're not
never
gonna-
done before. I don't think
if they're
anybody's
not
ever
gonna give
done
us-
regular Ash.
If they're not
No.
going to give us those accessories, I don't want to see them.
Oh, of course they will. Yeah.
Like, you better give me that table, that chair.
And this is even a different tape recorder than the one that came with the Evil Dead 2 version.
Mm.
So yeah, they've never done any figures for the original Evil Dead, only Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness and Ash vs. Evil Dead. So this is kind of a big deal.
Mamma mia.
Cool. There he is. He's
Yeah.
coming. He's got the loafers. Look at that.
Yeah.
Loafed up.
That's loafed up, dude. And then
I like
last,
the way they
Wicked.
shot him overhead, so it looks like he's sitting flush in that chair as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
They
you know
They
he's
didn't
not.
want to go dead on. 'Cause They know he'd have the floating ass syndrome.
Tiny chair right there. And then this is just a quick hit mention, but Storm Collectibles Reptile from MK3.
Oh yeah.
There we go, baby.
He's out. He's
out
been up on the
there.
pre-orders, whatever. Wherever you get your Storms, that's where you'll find him.
Yeah, shout out to the new Mortal Kombat movie. It's pretty solid.
It was a movie, dude.
No, the new animated
The
movie.
animated movie.
Oh,
More
I
than just
know.
a movie.
That one, you know what? That one, it was definitely an animated movie.
Absolutely. Out of all the animated movies I've seen this year, it was definitely one of them. They canonized Ultra Instinct Shaggy too. In the
I saw
opening.
that. Yeah,
Dude, that was
I saw it.
incredible.
That was the one thing I've seen about that.
Incredible. Finally,
They
my
heard
custom
Poncho's
holds
cries.
weight.
Yeah, they heard Poncho's cries with for legitimacy, and they were like, "We got you, baby boy." They did it.
All right. What's next?
Hell yeah.
Are we
You
just
wanna-
talking movies,
we're-
film now, or Boog? Did you talk about your pickups?
I actually actually went home to grab a package from in front of my door. I got the Infinity Saga Quicksilver from Marvel Legends. I also got Wrecker this past week from the Star Wars Black Series Bad Batch.
Hell yeah, I love that figure.
Yeah, it's a really, really good figure. I had no clue that it was gonna be that nice. And once I opened him, I went back and opened up Crosshair and Hunter, which I just had sitting on ice. Shout out to my man Danny LeBlanc. He hooked me up with those
yeah.
two. And yeah, patiently awaiting for my pre-order of Tech to ship, and then we are waiting for an announcement of finally when we'll get Echo, I guess. I forgot to mention that too, that in the Hasbro section that there's gonna be a fan first Wednesday for Star Wars Black Series coming up. I don't know if it's this Wednesday or the following Wednesday. But it's coming up soon. So hopefully we will hear something about Echo at that point. Maybe we'll get an update on when the Razor Crest is shipping, and maybe we'll get an update on the Rancor for their next HasLab project as well. So
Oh yeah, now that Galactus is done, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Speaking of
Real
this-
quick, I highlighted this photo from Trevor because we need to mention that Cosmic Legions is coming next week.
Yeah, Tachyon Transmitter hit us with 5. He said Boog mentioned this in one of his videos earlier this week, I think. But who would you like to see out of the Cosmic Legions from Four Horsemen on Friday? Hell yeah!
Ooh.
I mean, it's gonna be sick. I'm just like excited for it, but also dreading it because I'm nervous as to like how much of it I'm gonna want.
You're gonna want the whole line, baby.
It's one of those things. Yeah, it's a jumping on point. It's a new line. It's gonna be like a full on offering, pre-order. You know, won't get it till a while maybe. But still, it's something I gotta stay ready for because I feel like there'll be a lot of use out of stuff from Cosmic Legions. Like right here, this could be like a like kind of looks like the bounty target from the Krieg 13 stop motion. So you just have like big generic alien dudes like that as bounty targets. There's all kinds of shit. I don't know. I'm worried, honestly. I might make a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, and One Six Shooter is editing reveals as we speak. So there you go.
1 6 Shooter. Great time to announce 1 6 Shooter is actually our guest next week as well. So
yeah, we'll be talking about all
Yeah.
that.
Good thing we didn't discuss any of the recent hot toys that were showed today.
No, we must. We won't.
We can't.
We mustn't.
We will.
We'll hold on to that news, but yeah, I'm really intrigued by what these guys may put out with this, and for sure, it looks like we'll be able to cross display and use these guys with a lot of different things that we already collecting. So yeah, that's dangerous territory.
I think the last thing I wanted to just throw in real quick that people are reminding me about is Beast Kingdom. I think we showed that Superman a little bit ago, but they showed their Dark Side now too.
Oh.
It's a good looking Dark Side. I'm not gonna buy it. I have no need.
I want to
for
see
it.
the face a little better, but the design, yeah, it looks fucking sick.
Beast Kingdom's
Yeah, that's
huge
an
too.
interesting angle.
And this is an 8-inch line, so it's gonna be massive.
I don't know what's with these companies and their photographers, but they all suck. Who told them, like, you know what's the best way to show off a figure? This angle.
Yeah, no, sir, no.
What's the opposite of a segue?
Just talking about it. What's up? What do you want to talk about?
No, I'm just saying because we were just talking about Trevor doing the promo pics and shit for Mythic Legions, and obviously T's doing his thing and he's putting out some great pictures and shit. And then Rick came with everybody else putting out shitty pictures.
All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. Are we good on pickups? Who has not?
Yeah, I didn't pick up anything actually.
Damn.
No, nothing worthy of note.
Yeah, it really has been just like a weirdly dry couple of months, which I think it kind of sucks right now, but we'll be enjoying it when like five things.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of shit's about to drop. A lot of people about to see the page flooded with terrible shots of Sentinels of people trying to squeeze them into their.
Oh my god! So many
man, yeah,
about
we're gonna be in for a rough one. Fucking.
It's gonna be pretty rough. So yeah, there's that, and then like Fabio had mentioned, all of the other stuff that gonna be converting with Mezco shortly. I think a lot of people are a little, their wallets a little light and shit right now too. Anyway, it's
been
a lot of
everyone's just $400 lighter as of this week.
Yeah, that's rough.
Maybe 800.
Sheesh.
But yeah, anything else we need to get to? It's 11:11. Make a wish, guys.
Okay.
That's. I wish we can wrap this up soon. Who saw Shang-Chi?
I'm watching it tomorrow, actually, 11:30 a.m.
You are watching it in the theaters, is what you're saying?
I'm going to the
That's
theater.
what I did.
Excellent. Okay.
What about you, Simon? You see it yet or no?
No, I'll probably wait until it comes out on DVD. I'm in a rush.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm okay playing the long game. I see where your head's at.
Patience.
Absolutely, it's a virtue, my friend.
Simon, have you been keeping up with What If?
Oh yeah, I'm up to date with What If. Fantastic so far, loving it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I think, honestly, I think they keep getting better each week.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
said that this past week too. Yeah, this past week's episode was something else, man.
Oh yeah, man, it was really good. It went to a place I didn't imagine this show would go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me neither. I didn't expect it to get so dark.
I was
It
telling
was
Rick
also on.
earlier.
That's definitely leading into Doctor Strange 2, isn't it? What happened with that? With no spoilers, obviously.
Oh yeah,
I could see that. I could see them taking some aspects of it, but I think that they want the what if stuff to be its own kind of universe.
Yeah.
I don't know that they want to that stuff to bleed over into the main MCU. I don't know. It's supposed to be going in the opposite direction, whereas they are drawing stuff from the main MCU to kind of just tell a separate kind of story. I don't know that it's gonna go back the other way or not. We'll
I
see.
think the main purpose for What If is just to like ease like audiences into the idea of a like vast sprawling multiverse and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
as we've talked about like how important like Captain Carter is to this whole series and stuff, and how she'll be like a recurring character, she has the biggest chance of like kind of bleeding into the main MCU proper. I just think like depending on how well this series goes and how well audiences accept it, maybe plans will change and they can incorporate some of this stuff into the main MCU. Hopefully, who knows?
It's
and
like,
you were saying, Pancho, you were telling me something.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say like I just really loved how fucked up this episode was. It was incredible. I love it when
Hell yeah.
I love it when movies and like shows aren't afraid to like just have a shitty ending. That's my favorite thing ever. Just everybody being sad as hell at the end of the episode. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're not even really categorizing it right though. It wasn't even that it was shitty. It was actually pretty fucking great. It was just sad, I guess.
True.
It was just
Absolutely,
like
yeah.
a little depressing,
Absolutely.
But I really loved like Gotcha like scolding him at the end, like motherfucker, I told you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, what you think was gonna happen?
That's
This
it.
shit's not a game. Like
Absolutely. As importantly, Watcher confirmed to be light skinned. I hit you up about this earlier in the week.
He's a light skinned black dude in this universe. It's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a Hyundai
I-
commercial. There's a Hyundai commercial where he shows up in all his light skinned glory. It's incredible.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, I really like that we got a callback. Like the eventual like end of this episode was like how the Ancient One in the first Doctor Strange movie kept saying that she couldn't change her death just because it was a point in time that could not be changed, and it was dope that like that plot was brought back to this episode to
Yeah.
where it's another thing that she discussed where it's just something that no matter what you do you can't change it, and if you do then this is the outcome when you try to change a point in time. I forget what she called it, but she referred to it as like a specific term, like a point in time that just can't be altered.
Yeah,
We
an
gotta,
absolute point in time.
Oh, a time of an event. That's what she called it, like a.
We
event.
do have to highlight the fact that Doctor Strange is officially like the biggest simp on in the universe.
Incredible.
Basically, this man literally destroyed everything.
Hey, some will say it's worth it.
Yeah.
I will say that the animation in this episode is probably the best animation so far of the entire thing. Like that studio has done crazy shit in the past, and I was looking at like their rap sheet like while I was just looking up the studio that did it, and every episode I was like, yo, when are they really gonna like start flexing? And then the whole every battle, especially when he was summoning like all the monsters and stuff. Every piece of animation
all the
for
other like
every monster is
magical creatures that he was like siphoning off their energy and shit. Yeah, that was great. It was a lot of Easter eggs in that whole sequence too. Yeah, man, this was a really good episode. This show has been great. I'd like to see them do more animated Marvel features in this style. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to stop at What If. They could, go back and revisit Hulk versus those type of things and tell us, actual stories that are canon and shit from the comic books and shit. And this style of animation, I think, would be amazing.
Yeah, just like DC has had their like unbeatable run of like animated films. Like it'd be nice if Marvel like join that fray, you know.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
with the
I
success
mean,
of
we've been
Spider-Verse
saying this.
specifically, the door is wide open
Mhm.
now.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
without
been
a
saying,
doubt.
oh yeah, for sure. We've been saying this too, but that's where DC has had Marvel beat, at least, is in the animated shit, you know? So if Marvel leans into this shit, they could really really you know, stick it to DC for sure.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
without a doubt.
I think that's pretty much
Yeah.
said everything I wanted to say. It was great. I mean, obviously it was super dark and stuff, but it was nice to have, yeah, like that moment at the end where he's like, "All right, fine, I was wrong." Like, okay, the final moment of bargaining.
Yeah.
There's no question
Too
that
late.
to what we were saying. I'm pretty sure this is going to connect to the regular MCU. They're
Yeah,
kind of
Enter
easing us
JLA.
in, like you said, but it's pretty much confirmed that they're it will somehow have reverberations in the regular MCU.
For sure. As soon as Kevin Feige thinks that audiences are conditioned enough to accept the absurdity of a multiverse and like all that shit, it's gonna pop up for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh, without a doubt.
you reminded me about something else. One more thing before we start wrapping this up. How we were talking about like some of the stuff bleeding over into the main MCU. You know, we getting into all of this multiverse shit and whatever. And in the comic books back in 2015 or 2016 or some shit, we had the Secret Wars thing with all of the different universes kind of colliding with each other and shit like that. And you know, they did something interesting where they pretty much like killed off the whole like ultimate universe, but they did like take a few of the characters and integrate them into the main 616 like
Mhm.
Miles, you know what I'm saying? Like so yeah, I could see that happening with Captain Carter like you're saying, Pete, like even though I was just saying 5 minutes ago I don't think that's what they were doing, but now that you mention it, I could see them like pulling a real fast one and Bucky nor uh, Sam is Cap, and Captain Carter comes over into the universe and is Cap in one of these phases or some shit. I don't know. I could see that happening.
Did they confirm a dark version of Doctor Strange for Doctor Strange 2? Have I heard that somewhere?
They did.
Really?
Sam Raimi.
Really?
Sam
Yeah.
didn't Sam Raimi say that it was gonna have like a horror element?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
I'm
don't think
pretty
anyone
sure.
specifically said there will be an evil Doctor Strange in this movie.
Oh, I think he said an evil tone.
Yeah, he said it would be it would be Marvel's first horror film, but that could mean anything.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm interested to see where that goes. Maybe that's where we'll see some more zombies.
Shit,
know.
that'd be crazy. I mean, we already saw him in Spider-Man.
You did.
Yeah, I guess, right?
Hey,
There was
if
the
you-
Iron Man.
yeah,
we
for
well
Iron
over
Man.
the we over the top of the hour. Let's get the fuck out of here. Simon, it was great having you on. Thank you for
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, dude,
Action
thanks for
and
coming on,
stuff.
man. This was great.
We definitely want to explore this more. We definitely want to talk to more of our people as far as like our like mods and stuff like that, and then hopefully that could fan out to a lot of regular heavily contributing group members and stuff like that too. But we definitely got to have you on again at a time that's better suited better suited for you.
I can do this time again as long as it's like on a Saturday into a Sunday. It's not a problem at all.
All right, perfect. All right, sounds good. Perfect. All right, yeah, we definitely want to have you on, especially for more community stuff and you know, just giving game, just in real time, just letting people kind of get into your mind and letting you share that with everybody out there. But man,
Always happy to give back to the community because the community's given me so much. So it's yeah, I'll be definitely down for that.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. You guys have anything else we supposed to like plug or talk about? Any community news or charities or anything like that?
I got some stuff popping on my channel. I just did a stream this week, as I do every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and I just dropped a new video this morning. I'm getting ready to do my mid-year towards end of year recaps so far kind of thing, but I finally got around to editing my top 20 or my top 10 for 2020 before we get into the new stuff. So finish that. It's up on the channel. Go check it out. It's gotten a good response. Did a live premiere. That was pretty fun. Yeah, it's been chill. Go check me out on YouTube if you like the Mezco segment of this podcast at all, and we can jive with that. Fobster360 on all the platforms.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, speaking of charity, my body has been getting a lot of charity from this Ewin chair all show long because it's been giving me nothing but gifts. Very comfortable chair. Head over to ewinchairs.com. Use code Boog to get 20% off so you can be as comfortable as I was the entire show long. Let's go.
Wow.
Also, I all I did this week was I modeled dust effects.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
So I've been making little dust effects. I just modeled this one earlier today. It's just a straight one. So I don't know. Everybody,
I'd really like some of those.
Yeah. So you know what, man? So actually, big shout out to the other admin in the what do you call it? A.C.B.A. Discord. Join the A.C.B.A. Discord. Hey, why don't you? And Fuzz. I'm sending him his Sentinel Miles. I'm gonna give you some of these dust effects when I send him that Sentinel Miles too, because he's gonna hook up with you to get you those event exclusives too.
Yes.
So,
You could maybe we could actually share the file too, and maybe I could try to print some shit on my own thing too.
Oh sure, hell yeah, man. Try it out.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
Actually, I'm getting my table set up too for my 3D printer. So yeah, let's.
Here we go. Wow.
Yeah,
Let's
you know,
go.
actually, I don't own a 3D printer, so.
Yeah, I've been posting stories all week, and then basically everybody bullied me into selling them. So guess what? Got what you wanted. I will start selling them this year. I've just been printing a bunch, so we'll figure it out. But basically that's really it. I've not really done much. I started writing the script for writing the script for Pose Gain Easy episode 10, which is going to be all about 3D printing. I kind of held off until I got another 3D printer, like an FDM for bigger shit. So now that I'm printing and designing bigger FDM stuff, so I feel like that episode will be way better. So that's it. That's it for me.
All right, that's what's up. I don't really have too much going on. Nothing really special planned. I've been trying to actually sit down and just display, really just, take some photos and shit like that. Hopefully I'll get to do that tomorrow or Monday, being that there is no it's an extra off day. I don't know. Tomorrow I kind of just want to be fat, so I think that's what I'll do. Yeah. All right. So once again, thanks to Simon. Again, we try to make the this a normal thing as far as having people on and chopping it up and shit like that. It will obviously get progressively better as we try to fine tune things and get it all worked out. But yeah, thanks again to Simon. Follow him on Instagram at plastic_snaps. And thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks to everybody who donated. Once again, we are continuing to use your donations to upgrade the show. And I think that, again, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but I think that me and Rick are going to get some more cams so we could all have hand cams as well as we check out shit. So that's the next thing. And thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there. And until next time.